Hey Rhino, hey Jeremiah, how you guys doing? Jerome, how you doing, brother? Slick. Hopefully you guys are all good. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna go ahead and Red Knight, thanks for sending that, man. We just started. Give me one sec. I'm gonna make a poll real quick. All right. Red Knight, I appreciate you, brother. Pretty good. I preached this morning. Well, dude, Jerome, that's awesome. That's great. I would have loved to see that, man. I've been digging a lot of your content, like all the been seeing you do the like going to the caves and stuff and just showing some of Arizona. I think I saw you do Miller's Peak. I almost did that hike when I was over there, but just got back from church. Nice, Jeremiah. Small Farming, thanks for sending that too, brother. I appreciate you guys. Jerome, so will you be able to do a live tonight, or are you good to do a live tonight, or you have to wait till tomorrow? You went to an FTX. Nice, Rhino. Nice. FTXs are the best and the worst. You make a lot of good memories on field training exercises, in my opinion. Mango, how you doing, brother? Like and subscribe, everyone. Absolutely. It was about recharging what we were plugged into to receive strength to go on. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, you can do it live tonight. Nice. Good, good, good. I think we probably both got taken down around the same time then. You're done editing the video you were talking about earlier. Awesome. Mango, that's great. I've been seeing a lot of your stuff too, man. I like it. Sweet Bolt. Hey, thanks, Slinkman. I appreciate you. Let's see. Trying to think anything new or anything I'm thinking about doing. They're going to crap their pants. Killer Shadow, maybe a little bit. Yeah, there's so many, like, they would have to, I'd have to help them take all this stuff out. Life on two wheels, that is words of wisdom right there. You were the coolest YouTuber ever. Lennon, thanks. Okay. Awesome. Ali, thanks for being here. I appreciate that. If you guys like what you see, double tap that screen. I appreciate you guys subbing. I see that. I see it going up. What is my best gun? There's a lot of great ones. Battle Brick, they make cool W2 or World War II Lego sets. I'll have to check it out for sure. Luger, I've got a few Lugers, guys. I'll show you. I got two. So this one right here has no markings on it whatsoever. It's kind of a strange one. And then up here, there's another one. It's a DWM Luger. It says 1916, but I don't think it's like completely original. I think people threw some parts on it. Still a cool one to have. I like taking it to the range. Ton of fun. The HK PSG-1 is a SR9T from HK. It's a cool one. It's a pre-banned, so these were banned back in the day. You can see it says made in West Germany, so back when there was two Germanys, I reckon. Yeah, I got a couple SKSs. I'll show you. My favorite is this Yugo SKS right here. Definitely a cool one. Got that blade, bayonet. Got the night sights and all that. Night sights right there, rather. Sorry. Okay, and then, oh, I guess is the bayonet on the Luger? It is. I'm gonna have to change that. Thanks for bringing that up. A couple of Norinco Lugers, SKSs right there. So 7.62 by 39. Anything French? I've got this French Berthier. It's a World War I bolt action. Tone, I probably would be rich if I didn't have all these things, but I'm just gun rich, not rich. Okay, what's my most favorite little? Are you talking about guns? Maybe. I don't know. Tape them together. I should. Listen to me. Is that real? It's real. All these are real. The only non-real guns, two BB guns back there, Red Ryder, and a pump action Daisy. What's the most American gun I own? It's a good question. Most American, probably the Colt 1911. I feel like by far that. 1917 Colt U.S. Army. When did you start your gun addiction? So really always been interested in history. So the history of everything got me into it. And, oh, you do accept donations, just saying. Rogue, I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, so I've always been interested in the history of this stuff. So most of my stuff's old from like different conflicts and wars. I don't know, that kind of got me into it because it's cool to be able to hold something in your hand from like, let's look. Cold War, World War I, World War II for those, Civil War, like U.S. Civil War. World War II, Japanese, stuff like that. I know you're military, but what branch? So I'm in the Army. In the Army. Those are all stupid guns. Larry, hey, that's the beauty of this, is like you can pick whatever you like, and I can pick what I like. So it's all good. Chances are I have something you think is probably not super lame, but I don't know how much I need to actually check. I got about 90 total at this point, so I saw World War I Luger used by a high-ranking. No, Red Knight, I believe it, yeah. I like that color, Python. Hey, thanks. Yeah, so this is the newest thing we got for the channel. So nice collection. I subbed, brother. French beans, I appreciate you. Army aren't real Marines yet. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, no, I've got a lot of respect for the Marines. Those guys they're no joke. And gals, I guess, too. But, hey, thanks for subbing, guys. We're up like 10 subs since we just started. How much do I reckon it's all worth? I don't know. Probably 70 to 80-ish. Something like that. So mine's a Colt SP1, so not an actual M16. It's just a civilian version, made in 1972. The Bond Arm Cyclops is definitely a cool one. Definitely it's a weird one. Very unique. M1 Garand is right there. Once we get super chats, we do an M1 Garand ping. Jeremiah, I think probably 70, 80K, maybe more. I really don't know. This one's an HK SR9T, so it's like a HK PSG1. It's got all the parts from it, from HK. It came like that. You got the HK, the PSG1 trigger pack all right here, pistol grip, actual stock and all that, so it came from HK like that. Eventually these got banned, so this one's a pre-ban. Pretty rare. That's the second most rare thing in my collection. That Trunk shotgun right there is the first. We do have an SVT-40 right there. You got a 357 Magnum? I do. The Colt Python, we just got that. It's a cool one. You must be a cool guy. I feel like I'm all right. Oh, still nice. Arguably better because that I believe a chrome line. Oh, okay, yeah, makes sense, Cowboy. Okay, shot a deer yesterday with 308. I do have a 308. Spanish Mauser, 1916. Hector, you don't have to do that, buddy. I appreciate you. My favorite gun is banned. Yeah, pretty much. The Python is best. Hey, Rogue, have 3 rounds of 5.56 on me, brother. I appreciate that. Let me heart that and like it. Let's get some W's in the chat for Rogue Gunfighter. We'll do an M1 Garand ping. So if you guys are new to the channel, anytime we get super chats, we do an M1 Garand ping as a thank you. So Rogue Gunfighter, this one's for you, brother. 3, 2, 1. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you. All right. Let me get this back up on the wall. Yeah, Antonina, I remember you. Yeah, I remember you for sure. Let's see, guys. Jesus Christ, I love you. I love Jesus too. Absolutely. Thanks for being here, man. Just subscribe. Mario, I appreciate you. Okay, I can't say I like delayed blowback of that HK1. Okay, I want an FAL too. Semper Fi, brother. Hey, I appreciate you, Rogue. Seriously. Is that a Nambu? It is. I've got the Nambu, not the one, that's the Type 94 that you're talking about, Tony. This one's a Type 14. This one just jams a whole bunch and just doesn't really work generally. The Type 94 was the one that if you had, it could go off randomly. Everybody's donate to him. Hey, Slick, I appreciate you, bud. I appreciate all you guys sending those gifts too. Red Knight, Jerome, I saw that. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get you guys a ping. Slick, Jerome, Red, this one's for you guys. 3, 2, 1. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all of you. All right. One sec, I'll get this back on the wall. Try not to give myself grand thumb. I try to read all the comments, guys. It gets a little bit more difficult, but yeah. I wouldn't own a gun that randomly goes off. Mr. Can't Get No, yeah, so basically the way I look at it is like, I can own it for sure. Like this one, like I said, just jams. It doesn't go off randomly. I'll own it, and I'm not going to keep it loaded, obviously. I take it to the range and just careful with that. I guess maybe a good example is the M17. Really, it's kind of like the P320, but there's that whole debacle going on. So, like, I don't know if this one has the same issues as the P320, but I don't carry it, stuff like that. Did I see a Carcano? Hey, Rogue, thanks for the 2, brother. So I don't have any Carcanos yet. I'm trying to think. Maybe you saw this, the Spanish Mauser, or a couple other things. I've got that French Berthier. I don't know. One of those maybe. But all right, let's get you another ping, bud. Let's get some W's in the chat for Rogue. And let's do a ping. 3, 2, 1. Thanks. I appreciate you, Rogue. Seriously. Rogue, so are you still in the Marines? Or are you just like, when'd you serve? All right. Let's get that back on the wall. We're good to go. Is the very last one? Yes, it is. There's a Red Ryder BB gun in the corner way over there. Yo, it's been so long. How's it going? I'm good, man. Hopefully you're good too. Finally, I got shut down by YouTube yesterday, but we're good to go today. Yep, the Nambu is Japanese. Right there. Type 14 Nambu. It's a cool one. It kind of jams a lot, but it's very unique, and I like it. Okay, what does that weird short gray one by the white door? Weird short gray one. I'm not really sure. That, or I'm not sure. Hey, Llama, how you doing? Oh, no, did they say you touched? Yeah, they did. So I showed my Croc, like my shoe, and then they took me down. Hey, feeling generous. Can I get at least 3 pings? Slick, I think we could do that. I think we could. Thanks for the 50, brother. Also, Slick 6 Guns has an awesome Western, like West-themed channel, like Old West. Check him out. Seriously. All right, Slick, we're going to hit you with 3 pings for that. Let's get some W's in the chat for Slick. I really, really appreciate you, buddy. Here's the first one. 3, 2, 1. Thanks, brother. And the second one is coming right up. All right. 3, 2, 1. And last but not least, the third one. 3, 2, 1. Thanks, brother. That one's for you. At some point, we'll have to... You got to help me get some better Old West guns. All right. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anything, guys. All right. I saw that stuff about the shooting this morning. It's just terrible, guys. Terrible. I don't know much on it. I haven't really looked into it. I saw the suspect's obviously no longer alive, but as far as the details, I'm waiting to see all that stuff. So anyway, Slick, I appreciate you, brother. Love how the chat goes silent for the Garand ping. Yeah, definitely. So I haven't taken the Gewehr 43 to the Smith yet. We'll get there. I kind of had something in the works as far as taking it to a company, but I haven't really heard much. So I don't know if you missed it when I replied earlier. I'm medically retired. Oath 0351, infantry assaultman, 97 to 09. Nice. Nice. That's awesome. Seriously. So yeah, I'm in the Army. I was active duty for 9 years. I joined in 2015. I got out in 2014 or 2014. That's impossible. 2024. And I moved over to the National Guard. So I've done about a year in the National Guard now. So anyway. And I'm a 35 mic, so I do interrogations and debriefings and stuff like that. Sorry to ask for a third time, but do you have an SVD? No SVDs, but I do have a Romanian PSL. Kind of like it. So do you have any I think you're saying Luftwaffe shotguns. Are you talking about the drilling? I'd love to have a drilling, but I don't. America's fun, yeah, for sure. M1 Garand, yeah. So we just did a couple pings from the M1 Garand. I appreciate you guys. Okay, give it P38. No P38s. I think they're beautiful handguns. We'll definitely get one at some point. So we're working on it. Snoopy Dog, how you doing? Winchester repeater. So the closest thing I've got is this right here. It's a Uberti 1873 clone. I want a real one though. Still planning on reaching out to you for a live. Definitely can. Yeah, for sure, Slick. We'll do a live, absolutely. I'd love to. I don't have much Wild West stuff. I'm trying to think. Obviously, I got this Smith & Wesson Model 2, which is Civil War era, but I think maybe some people use them. I think Wild Bill Hickok had one of these. And an old rolling block, but it needs some work, so. Found a very rare World War II Major or Captain French Foreign Legion cap. Nice, red, that's awesome. So HK SR9T is what that is right there. It's kind of like a PSG-1. It's got a whole bunch of PSG-1 parts. It came like that from HK. So you got the trigger pack, the pistol grip, the actual stock. Definitely a cool one. It did end up getting banned, so it's a pre-ban. You can see it says made in West Germany. So anyway. I do have a Glock 26. I don't have it with me, but yeah. What is that weird looking Japanese, oh, like Luger looking thing? So it's a Japanese Nambu, a Type 14 World War II handgun. It's chambered in 8mm Nambu. I've also got the sword, the Japanese World War II sword. It's a Type 95. And then we got the Type 38 Arisaka. That's the like the carbine kind of thing with that Type 30 bayonet, just a very long bayonet. Any lever actions, I've got these right here, these two. An Uberti 1873 clone, Heritage Settler in 22, that one's in 45 Colt. Now we do have this, oh my goodness, Stevens Falling Block, it's in 25 Stevens. How did I get all this? Well, I've collected over about 7 years now. I've been kind of into the collecting kind of thing, so. I just recently started this channel, maybe 7 months ago, 8 months ago, somewhere around in there. Do all the rifles on the wall shoot the same? No, they shoot different calibers. So you got 7.62 by 54. That's at Soviet World War II SVT-40. This is a Ross Rifle Mark II in 303. Let's see. This one right here is a Gewehr 43. It's, 8mm Nambu. 30-06 World War II M1 Garand. 30 carbine, M1 carbine from, World War II. It's a 12-gauge strength shotgun from Vietnam. Lots of random stuff, guys. Is the ammo for the Japanese Nambu hard to find? It's a little bit hard to find. They've got Steinel make some ammo for it. It's not cheap, that's for sure. So I've been looking for an SVT-40 for so long. And eventually I found that one, so I drove pretty far to go get it. And now I've got it. Show everyone that glorious mustache. I will. I can show you guys the mustache soon. I think Lady Llama is actually going to be on my live tonight. Nice. I'll check it out for sure. So I'm 28, guys. How old are you? Yeah, I'm 28. Keep up your work. I'm 7 right now. B-Dog, thanks, brother. Have you fired all of them? No, I haven't fired all of them. Some of them I need ammo still. Some I need to work on them, but I'd say 90% I have, for sure. Do I have a Cattleman revolver? Closest thing is this Heritage Rough Rider, Heritage Barkeep. And those are 22, so not really. SKSs, I got 2 right here. There's these are Norinco SKSs, so the Chinese version. Then we got a Yugo SKS right here. That one's my favorite. You need to get a lead press or something to keep, yeah, absolutely. Chili, I'm debating on it. I've debated on doing a museum. Before I started the channel, that was actually kind of the idea, was that maybe I'll just make a museum. Because I've also got a lot of random old military things, like this is a World War I briefcase from a lieutenant. It's got all of his stuff in it. Got a couple of helmets as a World War II Navy helmet. Anyway. Do I have any really terrible guns? Like a gun I wouldn't trust in a self-defense situation? Yeah, for sure. Listen, I like my High Point. It runs very well. I probably will never carry that for self-defense. I'd never probably carry this Bond Arms Cowboy Defender. Maybe it's like a backup to the backup, but I wouldn't carry just that. I wouldn't carry the Cyclops. Maybe if I'm like trying to take down like a T-Rex or something or a bear, but even still, it's one shot of 45-70, so the trigger on that thing is not pleasant, so. And neither is the recoil, but it is what it is. Yeah, you want to see the 1911? So it's a Colt U.S. Army, 1911, made in 1917. So it's not a Colt like 1911 A1, it's like an original 1911. You get slide bite anytime you shoot it, but you just got to deal with it. So, what's my lowest shotgun gauge? So I've got a 20 gauge, I guess that would be 12 gauge, right? So, I mean, this is a 12 gauge. I do have a 20 gauge, just not with me. The 50 BMG pistol, dude, that thing would be insane, I'm sure. I don't think I've seen it. Emily, how you doing? I have the 357-38 Special Bond Arms that, oh, nice. I believe it does kick. Yeah. So show some John Wick stuff. I don't think I really have much. Well, I need to go back and watch John Wick. It's been a while. 357. Yeah, I've got the Colt Python. It is right there. Definitely a cool one. I have seen the 22 Mosins. I've debated on getting one for the newest kid. Because I normally get them like a 22 KSA Cricket. But I'm debating on getting that Mosin. Because, I mean, I kind of want it. But we'll see. Guys, thanks for subbing. I see we're almost at 65K, 600. We just started the stream 20 minutes ago. I appreciate all you guys. The pointer on the bayonet kills me. Hey, thanks. So I'll show you what it looks like again. So this is that bayonet with the baby hand. Someone wanted to know, this is a 1972 Colt SP1. So ATF taking notes, maybe. They're all legal, so I'm not really worried. But this right here is a HK SR9T. It's got all the PSG-1 parts and all that. It's a cool one, guys. 7.62 by 51 NATO. It's great. I've got the 410-45 long Colt Bond Arms Texas Defender for the car. Carry a P226. No, I don't blame you, Fletcher. That makes sense, man. That's where, like, I feel like those things can be good, like, backup pistols. Obviously, I'm just not going to carry it just that, but would it be wrong to call that Colt an M16? Kind of. So it's a civilian version of the M16. So it's a Colt SP1, but I mean, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, yeah, it looks like an M16. So, like from back here, it totally looks like one. I don't expect you guys to know immediately that's a SP1, you know? Someone was asking about the Lego Star Wars. Yeah, I do have some right there. Also got a Twilight one for to build with my wife. So anyway, don't forget to follow this amazing host if you love cool guns and weapon history. Red Knight, thanks, brother. Seriously. Bro, how did you even get the Desert Eagle Golden? Well, it took a long time. I was playing a lot of Modern Warfare 2. Got a lot of headshots. Not really. You can just get this. It's ridiculous. It costs more, obviously, but I figured if I'm getting a Desert Eagle, I might as well just get the ridiculous, like the most ridiculous kind I could get. So here we are. Bro, this is a sick channel. William, I appreciate that, brother. My backup pistol is the Bodyguard 2.0. I throw it in my pocket and open carry a dagger. Okay. Nice, man. Thank you for coming to my live today. Was I there, Bruce? Maybe I was. My boy is really into vintage firearms. I can appreciate that. Wasser, I sure am. I am, man. What Saturday night specials do I have? Okay, yeah, I've got two. I've got this Phoenix Arms Raven right here, 25 ACP, 25? 25 auto? 25 auto. Sorry, I always say 25 ACP. This one's like a Cobra 380, and I think that's it. So these are some old, these three are old. This one's like a newer one, although it looks like pretty old. I got to get it fixed, so. How do I get Nambu ammo? I use Steinel, or Steinel. They used to have some. Hopefully they still do, but. No, you're good, Bruce. You're good, man. I typically try to check out people's lives and show you guys some support. But hey, guys, thanks for 65K, 600. I appreciate all you guys. We're almost at 100 likes. You guys are the best. What is the smallest I own? I mean, that one's pretty small, the Bond Arms Cowboy Defender. This revolver is pretty like skinny and small. It's the Earl from North American Arms. Desert Eagle as cool as the 45-7 revolver. So yeah, you're talking about the Cyclops. This thing's crazy. I'd prefer this over that, that's for sure. But I'm gonna like and sub. William, thanks, brother. Yes, the Python can shoot 38, sorry. My brain's just going too fast, I guess, or too slow maybe. I've got a Taurus Judge right there. It's a cool one. Thanks, guys. I see that going up. I appreciate you guys. And anytime we get super chats, we do an M1 Garand ping. So we've done a few tonight, but anyway. What World War II rifles do I have? I'll show you. I've got an SVT-40, so that right there is a Soviet Union World War II one. This is the German Gewehr 43. So that's a German like counterpart. We have the American counterpart, the M1 Garand. We also have a M1 carbine. That's a Vietnam Trink shotgun. This is a World War I Lee Enfield. World War II riot gun, Remington Model 11. What else we got? World War II. Whole bunch of Mosins. There's 3 right there. What else? Hey, what's your favorite American gun? First off, Fox, let me heart that and like it. Let's get some W's in the chat for Fox. One of my favorites for sure is this Colt 1911. It's a really old one, 1917 Colt U.S. Army. I feel like that's just like as American as like apple pie and baseball maybe. Okay, let's go ahead and get you a M1 Garand ping. So if you guys are new to the stream, anytime we get super chats, we do an M1 Garand ping as a thank you. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Thanks, Fox. Seriously. I appreciate you, brother. Let me get this back up on the wall, guys. All right. And make sure I don't miss anything. So I typically miss a lot of your guys' chats, but super chats, I read every single one of them, answer them, all that stuff. So still here. Wife was talking to me. Hey, you're good, Rogue. For sure. You're good, man. So I've got a Ross Rifle Mark II right there. If I could only have one rifle, one shotgun, and one pistol, what would they be? It's a great question. Rifle, I'd probably go with my Daniel Defense M4 V7 Pro right there. Handgun-wise, I'd go with my Glock 19. I think you said shotgun. I'll take that Trink shotgun. It's pretty cool. Collection worth, I don't know, 70 to 80K, something like that. I'm not sure. The oldest I've got this old Japanese Matchlock right here. It's a very old one, probably 1700s. The Samurai used to use those, obviously in whatever period around 1700s, but anyway. Yes, I've got a PSA Stuyzen. It's like the PP19 Bison. It's like a clone from PSA. A little quirky, but it's fun. If I could get an FRT for that, that would be wild. I'd run out of 9mm so quick. Do I ever get companies that try to send me stuff to promote? Yeah, Jacob, for sure. So some stuff that companies sent me, I'll show you guys right now. I got this LPVO from Armament Technology. That's really cool. I've got an O-Sight S that they sent me right there. That's a cool one too. Hold Up Display sent me this wall. This thing is a beast. I love this thing. But I get a ton of other companies trying to send me random stuff like, I don't know, random like crappy lights, crappy like microphones, so many things. And I'd say most of it's scams. So I get so many scam emails, guys, where they're like, hey, it looks like Red Bull or like Ray-Ban, and they're like, hey, we want to sponsor you, but it's not real, it's fake. Anyway, I do have the Remington Model 11. It is right there. Do I have a 4570 lever action? I don't yet. I've got 2 lever actions, but they're in 45 Colt and 410 SKS. Yeah, Rogue, pretty much. Jacob, that's not a bad idea. We could definitely torture test some of that stuff, for sure. I just had a company reach out for like some weird, like, I don't know if they're actual Labubu toy things, but I'm gonna see if I can just like get them to send them to me and I'll just shoot them or something. But we'll see. Cool little hand, dude. I appreciate you. I need a Steyr 1912. I do. One of my good friends let me take his to the range with him, and I immediately accidentally pushed that thing. They made all the bullets come out of it, but it was still cool. Do you have issues with dust on the guns that you hang on the wall? Not really. I haven't really had any issues with that. So prior to me starting this channel, all this stuff sat in a closet, And it did get dust all over it, and it was just like kind of sad. But anyway, now I take it to the range a lot, all these. So you have immaculate taste in guns, love the collection. JC, I appreciate you, brother. Seriously. In Brazil, this is the dream. Hey, thanks, Alucard. I appreciate that. I want that musket. There's a lot of cool stuff, guys. Do you have a P320? So I've got a P320 X5, and my parents, I loaned that to them for home defense, so I should probably get that back from them, but I've also got this SIG M17 right there. Yep, this is an original SP1. It sure is. Yep, there are 510 people watching. I think we've been hitting around there, Jacob, so it's weird. If I was on stage and talking to 500 people, I'd be so nervous. But this is a little bit different, so. Favorite full auto. The full autos I've shot, M4, 249, 240 Bravo, basically anything in the Army pretty much. So, SD, yes. So this is a HK SR9T. So it came from HK like this with the PSG-1 parts and all that. It's like a poor man's PSG-1. So it's like 10 to 12K, but still. It's still a lot, but just not as much as an actual PSG-1. Alucard, yeah, I hope you do, brother, for sure. My name is Clay. Cool. Thanks for being here, Clay. Favorite handgun? By far. I love concealed carrying the Desert Eagle. Not really. I've got a Glock 19 that I carry. No Thompsons, not yet. Okay, let's see. Is that MP443? I don't think so, man. What is that? Oh, so this right here is a SIG 938. That's for my wife. But I think I shoot it more than she does. My name is Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Thanks for being here. Favorite World War II tank? I don't know. I got to say the Sherman, maybe. There's so many different variants to the Sherman. I know there's a lot of other tanks that were pretty awesome, too, though. Thoughts on the 1911? I like the 1911. It's a Colt U.S. Army. 1911 made in 1917, so definitely around World War I frame or time frame, but I don't know if it was actually used. It's kind of hard to know, but definitely cool. No Glocks with switches, but I want to get some FRTs, that's for sure. Thanks, guys, for subbing. I see we're almost at 65K 700. What would I recommend to a beginner? So handgun-wise, maybe a Glock 19, Smith & Wesson Shield, Bodyguard. I know Canik makes some good stuff. I know some people carry Taurus. Trying to think. There's a lot of good options, guys. Hey, Rogue, carry an 1858 Remington 44 for EDC. I'm going to have to do that now, Rogue. It must be done. Let's get some W's in the chat for Rogue. Dude, that would be kind of cool, though. All right, let's get you that ping, brother. 3, 2, 1. Thanks, Rogue. I appreciate you. So if you guys are new, anytime we get super chats, we do a ping just like we did out of the M1 Garand. Let's get this back on the wall. All right. I will take you guys off this and make sure I didn't miss anything. I think we're good to go. Favorite World War II firearm? It's a hard question, but I think the SVT-40. That thing's a beautiful rifle. I mean, I like the M1 Garand too, don't get me wrong. And the Gewehr 43, but I think SVT-40's got it. Ooh, no M14s. Yes, M1 Garand is right there. Show the best World War II sniper. I used to have a Mosin PU, but I got rid of it, sadly. I wish I wouldn't have. Do you have a Glock, Glock 18? No Glock 18s. I've got a Glock 19, a Glock 21. There's a 21 right here. And I got a Glock 26 as well. Opinions on the UH-60. I like it. I flew on it. I've been on it twice. The first helicopter I was ever on was a Chinook, so CH-47. Hey, Russell, thanks for the 10, brother. Let me heart that and like it. And let's get you a ping. Here we go. Russell, this one's for you, brother. 3, 2, 1. Thanks, man. Seriously. All right. Let's get that put back there. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, so I'm out here in Missouri, guys. Out in Missouri, kind of near Kansas City. About an hour. Okay. I do have a SKS, a few Norinco SKSs right here. There's two. And then I've also got a Yugo SKS right there. Last question before I go is an MP443 next to the SIG P320. Oh, you're talking about this. So this is a Croatian PHP MV9. Yeah. But Japanese, I've got a few Mosins. I got about 8. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, got about 8. No BARs. Was that a box of PPU ammo? Yes, I've got 357 ammo from PPU that I shoot out of the Colt. Yeah, it is a Colt Python. SD, so yeah, this is a PHP MV9. So it's a Croatian handgun. It's like a Beretta 92 and a Walther P38 put together. It's a weird one, but yeah. Have I modified any of my SKSs to take AKM mags? I have not. I'm kind of debating on it though. Let's see. Do I ever mess with it with archery? Not really. I messed around with a crossbow, or not a crossbow, just like a recurve bow once, and it was super fun. I need to. St. Joe or south of KC? More like south of KC. Yeah, the room is popping tonight. Green smoke, it is popping, dude. I'm appreciative of all you guys being here. I know there's a ton of lives out there. Okay, Jacob. Hey, that's good to know, man. I will probably keep it original. So someone took off the magazine for that, but I'm going to try to get the original back on it. So no 1903s. I do have an M1 Garand, so anytime we get super chats, I do a ping from the M1 Garand. What are my thoughts on muskets? So I've got a few. Got a not a cap lock. This one's a matchlock musket. That's the oldest one I've got. I've got this Colt cap lock musket from the Civil War. Very cool. I need to actually shoot them though. Okay, Browning Auto 5. So I've got the Remington Model 11. So this one right here is a World War II riot gun. Let's see. It's got the ordnance symbol, US symbol, all that kind of good stuff. So do I have any bayonets for the muskets? I don't actually. I need to. The Remington 22 at the top on the ground I have. So I'm trying to think. Right here's a Stevens falling block. That's in 25 Stevens. Definitely a cool one. My rolling block is 4570. It's a cool one, guys. Yeah, Model 11 is for sure. So my trench shotgun does not slam fire, sadly. I wish it did. Do I own... I don't have any 44s. The rarest gun by far is that trench shotgun right there. It's definitely the rarest. Most of them were destroyed after the... So this was the last trench shotgun the U.S. military used prior to moving over to combat shotguns that we use today. So most of these were destroyed, and yeah, that kind of leads to its rarity. Yep, Remington Model 11 and 12. So, single action armies. I've got these Heritage Rough Rider, Heritage Barkeep. You know, they're 22s. They're not really single action armies though. The Holy Grail, Jay, maybe a little bit. Gonzalez, I promise not, man. What do I think about 7.62 by 39? I've got a lot, honestly. I've got 3 SKSs, 1, 2, 3 right there. I've got this Zastava M70 right there. Got a few. What's the worst gun that you have in your, in my opinion? Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the Earl. It's kind of fun. I mean, I knew what I was getting into, but just 5 shots at 22, and it's mostly just a novelty thing. Hey, Gonzalez, it's okay, brother. You're not the first one to make that joke. Do I have a 20 gauge? I do. That was my first shotgun. It was a Charles Daly pump action. So I've been playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption as a kid. I was probably 12. Then my granddad finally took me and helped me get a shotgun, and he taught me all of it, like squirrel hunting, rabbit hunting, all that stuff. So anyway, no full autos, no FRTs yet, but we'll get there. Okay, can I see a UMP 45? I don't have one. I wish I did. Favorite gun? Let's Let's see. Probably SVT40. It's a great one. Play The Walking Dead. What specifically? I do have the Colt Python. Trying to think of some of the Walking Dead games I played. Like, obviously, the Telltale. I played most of that. But what's my favorite? 7.62 by 51. By far, probably that HK SR9T right there. I think it's a ton of fun. I might do a gun cleaning stream on Twitch because YouTube I can't do it, but we'll see. Welcome back, buddy. I missed you while you were not allowed to stream. Hey, Demo, thanks, brother. I appreciate you too. I keep hearing the Stizens feeding can be an issue. So Nolan, I've had a few issues with the Stizen, but it's starting to run a little bit better. I'll have to see. Dude, the Taurus TX22 with the FRT is insane, Thomas. I've seen some videos. That looks like a ton of fun. I've got an HK SR9T, sorry. That one right there, and then I've got an HK VP9 SK. Those are the two HKs I've got, guys. One of those, TI, I wish I could, brother. I heard the M16 has a jamming issue. I think the originals definitely did. So mine's a Colt SP1. I've had no issues with that. It's a ton of fun. You're awesome, brother. I think I'm going to get one. Noah, nice, dude. Thanks, I appreciate you. Demo, yeah, for sure, man. I need to get on Discord more, to be honest. Okay, keep the spring compressed for a couple of days and feeding issue will likely go away. Okay, yeah, good info. Thanks, brother. This one right here is a Japanese Maxlock Tanegashima, and yeah. Let's see. Hot take, retro ARs and M16s with carry handles, OG, are way cooler than moderns. I kind of got to agree with you, dude. I think it's just such a vibe. Yep, there's an AR-15 right there, AR-15 right there, and AR right here. This one's kind of an AR variant, I guess, but anyway. So if I was working armed security and I could have a Ruger RXM or M&P and you were getting it yourself, which one would I get? I don't know much about the RXM, but I've heard enough about the M&P to where I would definitely do that. Is that AR-15 in Resident Evil? I don't know. But if you ever played Resident Evil 4, this Steyr SPP, that's the civilian version of the TMP. Hey, Pat, thanks for the happy poops, dude. Yep, we did get a new LPVO mount right there. So ATI sent me this LPVO. I'm going to get it out to the range soon and do a video on it. So, hello from Southern Indiana. I'm just going to like and run. Hey, Carl, thanks, brother. Have a great one. Do you have a gun from Resident Evil? I do. So this right here. The Steyr SPP. If you played Resident Evil 4, it's the TMP, that little full auto submachine gun. This is a civilian version though. Yes, I've got a Zastava M70 right here, and then I've also got a Yugo SKS right there. What's the biggest caliber gun I have? So it's a 45-70, that Bond Arms Cyclops, as well as my Remington rolling block right there. And then I've got a Springfield trapdoor rifle right there as well. Those are all 45-70, and yeah, definitely cool. All right, thoughts on thermal. I need to get some thermal. I just haven't gotten any yet. I'd love to have a Beretta 92. I think they're beautiful handguns. I carried a Beretta M9 on deployment, and I threw out some time in the Army, but you want a close-up of the Luger, for sure. So here's one right here. I've got two. That one's a DWM in oh my gosh, 1916 Luger. I think it's got a, I don't think it's all original. And then also down here, we've got another Luger. It's got 0 markings on it at all. Kind of a weird one. No 50 Beowulf. I'm an AK guy. I like piston-operated rifles. I'm not a huge fan of DJI. Piston ARs are okay, but AKs have the cool factor. Dave, I mean, I do like AKs. I think they look very beautiful. I just need to get some more. So, Mono, I appreciate you, brother. You have more Resident Evil guns than that. I know that a 1911. Okay, and that, yeah, Matt, I think you're right. Cody's tired. Eddie, I'm tired. I'm tired, man. I'm tired, boss. What year is your Python? It's a 2020. It's like one of the new ones, so not an old school. That'd be cool though. No P90s, but love to have one of those. guys, if you like what you see, double tap that screen. It helps out the stream. If you want to call at some point, we can, because I have a mic. Yeah, for sure. We can definitely talk at some point. Rick Grimes, for sure. I need to do like a Rick Grimes video. Have you seen the 58E Bond Arms? I have. I debated on getting it. So, you want to see the PSG? Yeah, PSG 1 is actually an HK SR9T. It's a cool one, guys. It's got the PSG 1 parts, and I like it. Rarest gun by far, Hank, is this Trink shotgun right here. It's a Winchester Model 1200. All right. What year was that 1911 made? So it was made in 1917. It's a Colt U.S. Army. It's a cool one. You have an SA-80 airsoft army rifle that I built up myself. Okay, interesting, man. That's super cool. Out of your lever actions and your Mosins, which one would you rather carry in a zombie apocalypse? That's a hard question a little bit. I feel like I like my 22 lever action. I'd probably go with, I don't know, I feel like I'd be able to find more 22 ammo. And I don't feel like zombies would be too hard to take out. But I might go with a Mosin. I feel like 7.62 by 54 is pretty, I guess, somewhat easy to find. I don't know. My Twix should be the same, the Arms Room 24. It should just be that. Desert Eagle, I do, right here. All right, out of any of your discontinued guns that are kind of collectible now, which one would you bring back to the modern market? Personally, I would pick the SKS. No, for sure. Trying to think, what would I bring back if I could? That's a hard question, kind of. I like the ARX. I'm kind of surprised they discontinued that. But also, I feel like seeing some new trapdoor rifles would be kind of cool, too. And maybe they do. Maybe I'm just... that sounds like something that maybe... So I'm sure some company probably has it, but... Amazing guns, dude. Hey, Green Creeper, I appreciate you. Well, well, well. Official Ammo Alchemist, how you doing, brother? Winchester lever action rifles are reliable. More reliable? Interesting. Colt Single Action Army. So the closest thing I've got a Heritage Rough Rider, a Heritage Barkeep. Hey, thanks for subbing, guys. We're almost at 65K 750. What is the ARX? So it's a Beretta AR. It's in 223. It says an ARX 100. Deadpool gun, yeah. I've been told I look like Peter from Deadpool. I've only seen the first one, so I'm not really sure, but yeah. Ammo Alchemist, we're on the way, man, to 100K. Love a pointer, thanks. Favorite gun, there's too many. Rick Grimes, Iconic Lean. Why does he point his... Dude, I have no idea, Eddie. It looks crazy. Do you ever go trap shooting? I've done it. I suck at it. I still love it, though. Need an Uzi. Uzis are... I think they're pretty cool. My Saiga 12 is actually an SDS Link, so it's a Chinese clone. Wife wants to know how many pink guns do I have. So I've got this pink one for one of my kids. This is a KSA Cricket, so I teach her how to shoot with that. This is my wife's, the SIG 938. It's a pink purple. It's a deep purple, as I think what it's called. And, I mean, actually, somebody kind of painted this one pink. And so I guess 3. That's the answer, I think. 3 pink guns. I'm now in Australia. That sucks. I mean, I feel like Australia is a cool place to visit, but that would suck. The poll was lacking options, so C, 10 mil. Nice, man. Was I into swords? Not really. I've got this old World War II Japanese sword, but I mean, nothing against swords. I wouldn't mind having some, but yeah. What do I think about the good old flintlock? I need some more, Richard. H.H. Harris, come on, man. What's the oldest? This old Japanese matchlock right here. Very cool. Most powerful gun I've got. Handgun-wise, without a doubt, the 4570. That thing's insane. Air guns are real guns. They're all real. I do have a few BB guns in the back, right there. Daisy Red Ryder and Daisy Pump Action. EDC is a Glock 19. Any lever 410s? 410 lever actions? I don't. I need some, though. Smallest gun, probably the Bond Arms Cowboy Defender, I would guess. I think that's the smallest. I mean, that the Earl is definitely long, but it's very, very small, I guess. Demo Holes. That's such a good movie, man. I got to get my kids to watch that. They probably think it's boring right now, but. So anytime we get super chats, I do a ping off of that M1 Garand right there. Chambered in 3030. No, I don't have any yet. April Lynn, I got a few. Harris, I have no idea what that means, man. Easton, how you doing? Thanks for being here. The thing that is worth the most by far is that Trink shotgun right there. It's a Winchester Model 1200 from Vietnam. Definitely a cool one. Yep, you're absolutely right, Thomas. SVT-40 is right there. Got a few back here, guys. We got the SVT-40, Ross Rifle Mark II. Right here's a Gewehr 43, M1 Garand, M1 Carbine, and Trink shotgun right here, Winchester Model 1200. What's my longest gun? It's definitely my Colt musket right here. So it's this old Civil War musket. It's very cool. Purple gun, I don't know what it is. It's cool. Yeah, it's a SIG 938. So this is for my wife, actually. It's a 9mm. Definitely a cool one. Okay, did you know that a guy made the Ross rifle? Really? That's crazy. H. Harris, I don't know. Hey, I don't know what's going on, buddy, but I mean, you're welcome to be here. If you got any questions, throw it in the chat. So, how many black powder guns do I have? I've got a few, probably, I don't know, three or four maybe. That's a black powder musket. This one will be black powder as well, so that's 2. Probably this one, probably a third one. That one might be, or that might be 7mm. Lefaucheux, I don't know how you say it, so that might not be black powder actually. Hey Jerome, thanks brother. Like and subscribe, guys. We're almost at 200 likes. We're almost at 65K, 800. I appreciate all you guys. My EDC is actually a Glock 19. What kind of launchers do I have? I've got a couple of 37mm, so that's a TAC 79 from Exotic Ammo. Federal Riot Guns, that's a very old one. This one right here is a TAC D. Definitely cool. That came from Exotic Ammo as well. Got some old shells from them. Some smoke, some super breakers, more smoke, stuff like that. The launchers are pretty cool. Where's the 19? So I typically have it out right here, but I don't have it right now. It's in the other room. So I have a Trijicon RMR and a Streamlight TLR on it. So how do the launchers shoot? Do they use blanks? So they've got little primers on the back of these. I'm sure it's got some kind of powder in it too. And they do pretty well. I've got a few videos on them. Yeah, we do have a blue rifle right here, a pink one and a purple one. These are KSA Crickets, 22 single shots. I teach my kids with these, ton of fun. Guys, thanks for 65K, 750. I appreciate that. Any sporterized Mausers? I don't think so. I've got a few sporterized ones right here. Type 99 Arisaka, the Krag. That's a 3040 Krag. And then Steyr M95. What's my opinion on the High Point? Do I like it? Personally, I like it. I'm not going to use it for self-defense, home defense, or anything, but it's a ton of fun. What do I want to add to my collection? There's a lot of stuff, honestly. FAL, MP40, the Thompson, maybe like a Lewis gun, all that stuff. But we'll see. I'd have to do, have to be doing this full time for that to kind of happen. So we'll see. Matthew, how you doing? All right. Now, anytime we get super chats, I do an M1 Garand ping as a thank you. You're not allowed guns there. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Is that a PSG-1? Yeah, so it's a HK SR9T. It's got PSG-1 parts. So HK sent, made them like that. They're pre-banned, so eventually they got banned. And you can see it says made in West Germany, so it's made back in the Cold War era. Nice, looks like my room. Nice, Donald. The original Steyr TMP was so aesthetically pleasing with the lack of rails or mounts. Kind of backfired to be honest. Yeah, for sure. So this one is my Steyr SPP. So it's a civilian version of the TMP. I like it. All right. Let's see. Hey, I want to hear it. MLG, you got it, bud. Let's get some W's in the chat for MLG. And we'll get you a ping. So if you guys aren't familiar, anytime we get super chats like MLG, we do a M1 Garand ping. So MLG, this one's for you, brother. 3, 2, 1. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you. Seriously. All right. Let's get this back on the wall. And I will pick you guys back up. So Springfields, I do have Springfield trapdoor rifle right there. And then my M1 Garand that I just did a ping with, that's a Springfield as well. Suppressors, I've got one. This one right here, an Omega 9K from that GHM9. Do I go to any of the gun shows? I haven't been to one in a couple years, but I definitely plan to. Holy Guns, we got a few guns, guys. A few guns. Hey, guys, thanks. We're almost at 65K, 800. We might even hit 66K tonight. We'll see. Or, yeah, 66. Do I have a 1957 Model 70? I don't. No Piettas and no Jerichos. The other Glock, I've got a Glock 21 right here. Remington, Rock Island Armory M206. This is a PA63 Hungarian. Kind of looks like a, oh my gosh, what is the James Bond gun? Walther PPK. This one right here is a High Point C9, Steyr SPP, CZ27, another Luger. Yeah. The thing that's worth the most, guys, is Trink shotgun right here. Remington Model 11. Or Remington, no, it's not. It's a Winchester 1200. It's a Trink shotgun. This right here is a Remington Model 11. That's a riot gun. So, why did the Army drop the 1911 for the Beretta? I'm not really sure. By the time I joined the Army, we already had the Beretta M9. And we've since moved over to the SIG M17. Any 1800s revolvers? Yes, this right here is an 1864 Smith & Wesson Model 2 Army. Okay. Would I rather have a Glock 19 or a PSA Dagger? I personally don't have a PSA Dagger, so I don't really know. Nothing against them. I just don't have one. I'd probably do the Glock 19 because I'm familiar with it, but I think I've heard really good things about the Dagger. So anyway, scared to drop the SIG? Yeah, I'm not looking forward to doing that. Beretta has a long trigger pull for the first round. Yeah, definitely. Typically, I would just, anytime I go to the range, I'd pull the hammer back and go from there. Let's see. Do they let you take your guns after retirement in the Army? They do not. I think they used to at some point, but they don't anymore. What do I think of the M17 and SIG's reputation? So whenever I used the M17 in the Army, I liked it. I was always able to qual with it pretty well. But now, I don't know. I wouldn't carry it, and I'm just kind of careful with it. So, I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't carry a P320 or an M17 or anything. But to each their own. Okay. How much are all of them combined? I've got about 90 guns. I think it's probably worth about 70 to 80. Yes, you can keep anything that touches your body, but you can't keep government firearms. Exactly. Flame, yeah, for sure, man. For sure. What is your favorite long-range pistol? I don't think I have any long-range pistols, like nothing like target stuff. Have I ever been on a mission with the Army? Yeah. So I deployed to Afghanistan 2018 to 2019, and we did a little bit of stuff out there. So, Mr. Planicus, a little bit, man, a little bit. Cheap parts for a trapdoor rifle restoration. I know Numeric's got some good stuff. There's another site I can't think of off the top of my head. So, how about old lever actions from the 1800s? No old lever actions. I've got a Stevens falling block right there. That's an old one. I do have a Remington rolling block in 4570. And yeah. So, okay. B&T APC worth the, I don't know. I've got a GHM9 from B&T. Very good quality. I would guess they're pretty nice, the APCs, but I just don't have one, so. If you'd be issued a long-range pistol during your military service, I don't know. I'm not really sure. What do I think about FRTs? I want some, and I just haven't gotten any yet because I know I'm just going to go through my ammo super quick. Remington 870. I don't have one, but I know they're great shotguns. True American. Wilma, hey, thanks for being here. Stanley, yo, Yell Nats, and Zero the best. Dude, I read that so many times, and my brain wasn't comprehending it. Yeah, Holes is such a good movie. Let's see. Jonathan, I'm not really sure what you mean, brother. What's above that 9 with the suppressor? That pistol? Are you talking about this up here? Steyr SPP, CZ27, Luger. I don't know if it's any of those. You like the mare's leg? I need to get one, honestly. Car 98K and Spring 1903. I need those too. All right. Thank you for your service. Hey, Mach Zero, I appreciate you, brother. Seriously. I love 50 Magnum. I've got a 50 Action Express right there for the Desert Eagle. Katie, why are there so many guns? So it's not a bad question. Honestly, I like to collect. I've always been fascinated by history, so it's kind of cool. Most of my collection is old, military firearms from different conflicts. I think it's cool to hold like a piece of history in your hand. Also, I like new stuff too. I just like to collect. So, and I've got stuff for like home defense, self-defense, stuff like that. Silver with wood grain. Okay, so this right here, this is a Federal Riot gun. So this is a 37 millimeter launcher. And Katie, yes, some of them don't work. A lot of them do. Some stuff needs some work, but so this one was used in the New York State Department of Corrections. Also, these were used in Northern Ireland during the Troubles. Yeah. Anyway, it does like tear gas and all that kind of stuff. Whew. Did I get to keep any gear or kit used in Afghanistan at all, or did I have to turn it in? I had to turn pretty much all of it in. Trying to think. I mean, I had some stuff, like obviously uniforms and all that, but like my plate carrier, all that stuff had to go back. I debated on just like keeping it and then just paying what I had to, but I didn't. I kind of wish I would have now, but yeah, Jordan, absolutely. Do you have an AKM or STG-44? I don't, Alexander. How hot was it in Afghanistan? So when I was there, it got pretty hot, but honestly, Kuwait was way hotter. But I mean, Afghanistan was pretty hot, and it'd get cold too, so. But in my opinion, I think Kuwait was hotter. Do I like the Colt Single Action Army or Schofield? I'd love to have a Schofield. What was my MOS? 35 mics. So I do interrogations, debriefings, stuff like that. The purple pocket rocket looks like fun. Yeah, Josh, for sure. It's a SIG 938. Did I see any of those fires in Kuwait? No, I don't think so. What kind of fires? Let's see. Fireboy, I'm working on it, bud. I've been collecting for about 7 years now, so I still got a ways to go. Okay, I was told by Special Forces guy they can keep their kit and helmet. I bet Special Forces guys typically, I don't know. It seems like that's the life in a way. Like it's lax, but they do a lot. They go through a lot to get to that point. So, a lot of those guys are super squared away dudes. So, what sniper rifles in Japan? I've got a few Arisakas, but not like sniper rifles. Okay, you want to see the Desert Eagle again? Right there. 50 Action Express. It's gold. It's ridiculous, but totally fun. Yeah, they earned it. Absolutely. I completely agree. No, Smook, that's crazy, dude. Wow, that's freaking awesome. Thanks. I appreciate that. I heard you like firearms. Dude, I don't know where you heard that, but you might be right. 303 British, I do. I've got a Lee Enfield right here. I've got a P14 Enfield. What else do we got? Ross Rifle Mark II. That's another 303. Anything in 8mm. So that Gewehr 43 is, yes. Jonathan, so I'm in the Army. I did 9 years active duty, and now I'm in the National Guard. So, favorite weapon? There's a lot. There's a lot, man. I haven't tried the new Jawbones. I've heard good things about it. I have. Mohammed Bomri, thanks for being here. Yeah, he was like, my kid is specifically... Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense, Eddie. I think, yeah. Thanks, guys. We're almost at 65K, 800. I really appreciate all you guys. Is that a German Luger? I've got 2, yeah. What's the difference between Army, Marines, and a vet? So, Jonathan, it just depends. There's different branches in the military. You have the Army, you've got the Marines, you've got the Navy, the Air Force, Space Force, and Coast Guard as well. So you could be in any one of those branches. To be a veteran, you'd be like in the Army and then you get out. If you're like still in the Army, if you're active duty, you'd be an active duty service member. And then you have the reserves, you got National Guard, all that stuff. So hopefully that helped somewhat. Which one is my favorite? I've got too many, to be honest. Why are there 2 lever guns? So I need more. I've got a 45 Colt and a 22. So yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to throw you guys on this tripod for a minute. And I'll let you guys see me, I guess, for a second. One sec. Let's get this up. And thank you for your service. Makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, I feel that. Most people just mean, like they're trying to be kind and all that. So I remember it feeling kind of weird at first, but this is me. I'm Cody. I run the arms room. I'm sure most of you guys have seen me before, but if you haven't, this is me. I'm back for about 10 minutes. And I'll start my live. Nice, Jerome. I hope it goes super well, man. What's my top 5 home defense weapons? I don't know. I got to think on it. But I like the Galil Ace. Nice, man. I'm going to drink some water, guys. I've been yapping for a while. One sec. Have I ever encountered people pretending to be in the military? Yeah, so when I was in Fort Bragg, stationed out there for a while, there's a Walmart right in Fayetteville. And it's just homeless people pretending to have been in, and yeah. So, surprised there's no double barrels. I do have one. I'll show you. Stolen Valor, yeah, for sure. Stolen Valor is definitely a thing. It sure is. All right. Double barrel is down there. It's a Lefevre, something like that. All right, right there. Do you have an M1 Garand? I do, Bryce. Anytime we get super chats, I do a ping from the M1 Garand as a thank you. Let's see. That's a mustache to make an old Greenside Corpsman proud. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that, brother. I definitely need to trim it, especially before drill, so it's definitely not in regs. Let's see. I like double barrels. Yeah, I think they look really cool. I agree. A lot of people doing Stolen Valor are clearly mentally ill. Dave, I completely agree. Yeah, I'd say most of them are mentally ill, for sure. They've definitely got something going on. Caliber 5.56 NATO. I've got a few 5.56, 223, Colt SP1, Daniel Defense M4 V7 Pro, Beretta ARX. Before drill, I felt that, absolutely. Yeah. Where's the British Enfield? It's right there, P14 Enfield. Also, Lee Enfield. Romanian Dragunov, yep, PSL right there. And all those farms, I'm not really sure. Aaron, what do you mean? My brain's not really working, I'm sorry. Is that a Colt Police Positive up to the name? But so it's a Colt Army Special, which, I mean, they look very, very similar. So, appreciate your cool. A Classic, thanks, bud. So not a Dirty Harry revolver. This is like a Colt Python. So if you ever watched The Walking Dead, that's what they carried. Or Rick Grimes, I guess. I knew a guy who knew a Special Forces guy, someone who was committing Stolen Valor because... Okay, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, you should see, like, I did some training it was a couple years ago. And so I was working with some of the Special Forces guys. I was, like, attached to them. And it was very interesting to see how, like, regular conventional Army, like, leadership reacts to, like, Special Forces guys who are, more lax. They're very, like, professional and all that. I'm not Special Forces. I was never Special Forces, so anyway. But it was just interesting to see, like, you know, high up like majors and stuff get their panties in a wad, and they couldn't do anything about it. So anyway, is that an F and FAL? No FALs. I'd love to have one though. Let's see, maybe a dumb question, but how is the 38 special cartridge weaker than 9mm? Xander, I don't really know. I gotta be honest, I'm not an expert on a lot of stuff, and that's one of it. Ballistics, I could use a lesson or two for sure. It's cool to have long hair and a beard. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, how's it going? Eternally Free, I appreciate you being here. FN57, I don't have one, but eventually. All right, let's see. I'm going to sit down for a minute, guys. Thanks, guys. We're almost at 800. I do appreciate it. Let's see. Now, anytime we get super chats, I do an M1 Grand ping as a thank you. We've done a few tonight. Let's check the leaderboard real quick. So Slick is number 1, followed by Russell. We got Rogue, MLG, and Fox. Also Pax. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all of you. Going to be at 70K soon. Yeah, I think we could probably hit it. If I keep doing these lives, probably the next week and a half, 2 weeks. We'll see. All right. It's like go after the ones who are committing it. Yeah. Yeah. Got any guns from Europe? Made in Europe? Yeah, for sure. A lot of my stuff is Soviet, Canadian. I guess that's not Europe. Germany, US. That's German. German, US, Japanese. I guess US as well. Maybe we'll go over here. British, US, Spanish, US, Yugo, and Romanian. Lots of random stuff, guys. Just subscribe. Hey, Classic, thanks, brother. We're 4 away from 800. I'm sure that it'll go up in just a second, but where's the MP5? I need an MP5. I do. Xander, the diameter of the bullet. Dave, I appreciate that, brother. Seriously. Devin, I think I got mine for about 3,600, roughly. But that was a couple years ago, so they may have went up. Just subscribe. Thanks. I saw that go up. I appreciate you. What is my smallest gun? Probably the Cowboy Defender from Bond Arms right here. Probably that. 58E, it sure is. Got the Desert Eagle 58E. It's a cool one, guys. I like it. You want a close-up of the gold gun? I will do it again. All right. It's a cool one. I need more ammo for it. I'll get some soon. Thoughts on the Colt Python? It's got a very nice trigger. I really do like it. Yep, Zastava M70 right here. Also the Yugo SKS right there. I don't have a life card, not yet. I do plan to get one though. Thanks guys for 65K 800. I appreciate all of you. Seriously. Yeah, the Desert Eagle is pretty big. It feels weird in the hand. Worst type of gun owner, FUD, newbie, or etc. I feel like a newbie's just gotta you just gotta learn. I mean, we've all been there. I was there, absolutely. I feel like FUDs are kind of the worst, maybe. Because they don't learn. They just they're stuck in their ways and stuff. But it is what it is. What do I think about the Tim Kennedy thing? I need to look into it. I've seen a lot of people saying stuff about it. I just need to look into it more. I don't think I know enough to really speak on it. Billy, it sure is. You're right. 9mm. Yeah, I've got a few 9mm for sure. 1911. Yeah, that would be kind of cool, Mark. So I do have a 1911 right here. The Colt U.S. Army, made in 1917. Lever action, always my favorite. How many do I have? I've got 2. Got a 45 Colt, Uberti 1873 clone. Right here's a Heritage Settler in 22. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of FUD lore out there, that's for sure. Nice musket. Hey, thanks. This one's a Colt 1862 musket. Yeah. Definitely a cool one. M1 Garand. We do have an M1 Garand. It is right there. Springfield M1 Garand. Very cool collection, my friend. Any over-unders? I've got a side-by-side. No, no over-unders, though. They're beautiful, great shotguns, but I just don't have any, sadly. We'll get there. Mark, I appreciate you, brother. We do have a Trinx shotgun. It's a Vietnam-era U.S. Winchester Model 1200. Daniel, it is. There is a Red Ryder right there. Just a good old BB gun. Boeing, how you doing? Thanks for being here. My favorite car. So I drive a Prius and I have a minivan. So I'm not really, I mean, there's cool cars out there. That's for sure. I think cars are cool. But I save money on gas so I can get more of these things. No night vision. I've used night vision, but so mine's a new production Python. My Saiga 12 is actually an SDS Lynx. Alexander, I'd love to. Like one of those ballistic knives from Call of Duty. Definitely cool. Prius is great. My mom. Nice. Yeah, absolutely. I think the Prius is pretty good. A lot of people hate on them, but man, I don't when I fill it up with gas. No one's talking about the PSU one. Yeah, so I've got mine's an HK SR9T. It's got PSQ1 parts. It came from the factory like that. And it's a cool one. Jonathan, I think I've spent probably 70, or maybe it's worth 70 to 80K, somewhere around in there. I don't know how much I spent. It would have been way less than that, though. Nobody watching this would have ever thought you drove a Prius. Marty, I believe that. I do. Not going to lie, when I drive my Prius, I find that people road rage more because it's a Prius. I mean, I try to drive decent. I don't cut people off or nothing, but if I'm driving that versus the minivan, people act a little bit more aggressive when I'm in the Prius. But Jonathan, yeah, for sure. Some of these are like, this like Trinx shotgun, I'd say is probably 10 to 15K. This one's probably 10K, something like that. They've just went up in value like crazy. Probably so. They make me mad too. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Some people driving Priuses or Prii, I don't know how you say it. They do drive kind of dumb. So it's very difficult to get you to say the jokes. Eddie, what jokes? I know some people always say like, hey, can you say hello to this insert name? And it's like something bad. I fell for it like 2 days ago. I woke up from a nightmare. Hey, I'm sorry to hear that. Pyrotechnics? I appreciate you being here. What's your craziest pushback? What? Evil, I'm not really sure. Factory strap on the M16? Yeah, I believe so. It came like that, so the guy I got it from had it like that, so. I do need a tactical crossbow. I think everybody does. Let's see. The SVD is actually a Romanian PSL. It's a cool one. I like it. No Sears and Robux. Not yet. All right. If you guys got any questions, throw it in the chat. I'll do my best to answer it. What is that grenade launcher thing under the magazine? So it's I've got a couple of 37 millimeter launchers. So they do tear gas, smoke, flashbangs. Also, this one does too. Exotic Ammo sent me the TAC 79 and the TAC D. I've got some canisters right here and right here. Bro, Ben, you're witnessing the greatest airsoft collection on YouTube. Mr. Planicus, absolutely. Jesus, I don't know, man. P38 or P1? I like to have both. So in the end, oh, dude, that's weird. Cosman. All right. No P90s, and I do have a Glock 19, a Gen 5. I've got a Trijicon RMR and a TLR on it. Do you have medical supplies and survival meals like MREs? I do. I've got some little first aid kits. I take them with me when I go to the range or just like have them in the car, things like that. I do have MREs from my time in the Army, as well as a couple of little like food buckets. I think that's good to have. Realistically, I don't think there's gonna be an apocalypse or anything, but you know, there'll be natural disasters every now and then. And I think it's better to have some stuff like that than to not have it. I keep like diapers and stuff on hand too, because we got kids and all that stuff, like Motrin and all that. Yeah, Eddie, there you go. That's it. Show the Legos. I've got a lot more Legos. This right here is just a Andor U-Wing and then a Twilight Lego thing. I've got a lot more. I could probably fill up his entire shelf. Maybe I'll do that if you guys want to see that. All right. The finger pointer. Yeah, man. I've got this little baby hand on this old pre-World War I bayonet. What year's the M1? So the M1 Carbine is a 1943. This one's an M1 Garand. Yeah, Alexander for sure. Sometimes MREs are all you're going to eat in the field. Yeah, for sure. The finger pointer is hilarious. Hey, thanks. To Lou Tunes, hopefully I said that right. I appreciate you, brother. How long have I been doing YouTube? About 7 months now, 8 months. I made my channel probably a year ago, but I didn't actually post on it for a while. I debated on it. Then eventually I took the plunge, and here we are, 65K later. I appreciate all of you guys. Couldn't do it without you. Seriously. No gel blasters, not yet. Slimfire Trench, I don't have one actually. I've got a Winchester shotgun. Yep, so it is legal to have this many. Tunes, it just depends on where you live, like in the US and all that, but by and large, mostly you're fine. There's no real limit on how many you can get. So are all of them registered? Some of them are actually, because I used to live in Hawaii and I was stationed out there for a while. So the rule out there is you did have to register them. You had to take them down to the police station in Honolulu and register them. That one is, the PSL is, the Desert Eagle is, all that stuff. So pretty sure they thought I was crazy, but anyway. How do you comply with YouTube's rules about gun-related content? You just kind of have to. My streams can get taken down at any point. My stream got taken down 2 days ago, randomly, and it happens. It's just how it goes. You just got to roll with the punches. So, most of the guns in Call of Duty are now being made. Okay, I believe it, yeah. What's my favorite gun? There's a lot of good ones out there. A lot of good ones that I've got too. I like the SVT-40. It's a cool one. This guy's preparing for another Japanese invasion. Maybe. Ben, how you doing? I appreciate you being here. David, I do have this right here. So these, I think, were used in Northern Ireland during the Troubles and all that. Definitely kind of a cool piece of history. Mine specifically was used in the New York State Department of Corrections, but favorite gun I don't have. Probably an MP40, FAL, a lot of stuff. I used to have a ballistic vest. I'm in the Army, so I do have one. It's just I don't have it with me. I need to get one for myself personally, though. So the G3, the closest thing I've got is this HK SR9T. I got a few ARs, Ben. I've got a Daniel Defense M4 V7 Pro. I've got a Colt SP1 and a Beretta ARX right there. What's a rifle with the peanut butter mag? Peanut butter mag. Oh, this right here. Daniel Defense M4 V7 Pro. Hopefully that's it. All right. If you guys got any questions, throw in the chat. I'll do my best to answer it. I appreciate you guys. We're almost at 300 likes. Just double tap that screen if you like what you see. Yeah, I definitely don't think it would be Japan invading anymore. Yeah. Any knives? I don't have as many as I should probably. I need to get some more. Thank you for the poll. Absolutely. I just try to do a random poll every time, and most of the time it's the same polls. I should probably switch it up. Yes, there's a B&T right here. It's a B&T GHM9 Omega 9K suppressor. It's cool. I do have an Arisaka. I've got two. There's a Japanese Type 38 Arisaka, Type 99 Arisaka. No, right there. Type 99 Arisaka. And the Type 95 NCO sword from World War II, Japanese. As well as the Type 14 Nambu right there. So yeah. This pole separates the men from the boys. You love the look of the GHM9. Same, man. It's such a beautiful little PCC kind of thing. I like that .177. Yeah, got a few BB guns back there. Red Ryder. and a Daisy pump action. How do you tell the difference between all those in the front of the door? Yeah, so sometimes I do mess it up on accident, but I'd say after a couple, you just like researching, you kind of realize. Like Chinese SKS, French Berthier, that's a World War One. I got a few Mosins right here, those three. A Colt musket, so that's a Civil War musket. Schmidt Rubin, it's a Marlin number 24, 23, just a very old shotgun. SDS Lynx, Type 38 Arisaka. This one's a trapdoor rifle. A Type 99 Arisaka, the Krag, Steyr M95, and this one right here is just an old, not really old actually. It's a single shot. I want to say it's a Stevens, maybe. Anyway, I feel like as you kind of collect stuff, you kind of realize the differences and all that. But I do understand that they might all look kind of similar to someone that doesn't really know. And that's totally fine because at one point I didn't know. You just kind of learn as you go a little bit. World War II Japanese katanas are freaking awesome. Yeah, they're pretty cool. My oldest thing is this Japanese matchlock. So this is an old musket from 1700s. The samurai would typically use these. Why is there a tiny pink gun? So good question. These right here, I've got these KSA crickets. I use these to teach my kids how to shoot. I do it safely, obviously, and I just want them to understand the seriousness that comes with firearms and all that, because they're not toys. You can have fun with them safely, but I just want them to have a good, healthy amount of, gun safety. Now, this one right here is a SIG 938. This one's for my wife. But yeah. Oh, you meant the pistol in the wall. Yeah, you're good, you're good. So yeah, this one right here is for my wife. SIG 938. Sorry, my bad. Is a Desert Eagle as big as a Mark 23? I don't have a Mark 23, but I think it might be bigger. This one might be a little bit bigger. I'd have to look. So don't quote me on it, though. 2020, no 2020s. Yep, they're all real. All these are real. Tillou, hopefully I'm saying that right. I've got a couple BB guns back there. Those aren't real, but these are all real. Sorry, guys. How much your old surplus Mosins? Yeah, I feel like Tristan, it varies widely because people are just like marking them up like crazy. Yeah, you gotta look around. You could find some decent stuff. Hey, sure, you're good, brother. I remember you, man. What's the Great War era looking firearm on the wall? So you've got this one right here, the Colt Army Special. That one's made in 1913. The most expensive, the thing that's worth the most is that Trink shotgun right there. Very rare. Most of them were destroyed. So they're kind of hard to find these days. That's a Winchester Model 1200. What's the best concealed carry gun? Well, there's a lot of great options out there today. I personally carry a Glock 19, but that doesn't mean you guys have to. There's lots of great options. Smith & Wesson M&P, Smith & Wesson Shield, Bodyguard, lots of stuff. Okay, why does that Samurai musket have no buttstock? So typically the way they would do these, you'd have multiple people. Imagine like archers, kind of like all in a line or a row, and they would fire it from the hip. So, or maybe not the hip. They might do it like up towards the cheek a little bit. I don't know. I'd have to look again. I don't really remember. Yes, this is a matchlock. Tanegashima is what it's called. So we do have a couple of Arisakas. Got a Type 99. It was sadly sporterized though. But yeah. Do you have a revolver? I've got a few revolvers actually. So there's a couple of 22 revolvers. There's a Barkeep, Rough Rider, Taurus Judge. Got a Smith & Wesson Model 2 Army, the Earl from North American Arms. That's not a revolver. This one's a Colt Army Special and Colt Python. That's the newest one. FNFAL, none of those yet, but I'd love to. Love Tanegashima's, looks amazing. Hey, thanks, I appreciate that. Okay, wow, nice bro. Malcolm, I appreciate you, brother. Seriously. Let's see your Uzi. I don't have any Uzis. I do have this right here. Steyr SPP. It's kind of similar. I mean, not really, but you know what I mean. Okay. Yes, I do have an M1 Garand. Anytime we get super chats, I do a ping from the M1 Garand as like a thank you. That's kind of the unique thing we do on the channel. So Show us that SVT-40, yeah. So 1941 SVT-40, one of my favorites, absolute favorites. I drove pretty far to get this thing. Yeah, it was like 14 hours round trip or something, but I'm very glad I did. Let's see. Wesley, this is all my personal collection. I don't think I could get rid of it, to be honest. Okay, 90% old firearms, pretty much. Awesome stash, bro, from the New Zealand. Thanks, man. Yeah, I need to trim it, to be honest. Torch Jugs is stupid, but I kind of like it. Dude, I'm kind of the same way, yeah. Yeah, man, I just sent off my Glock slide to get engraved. Nice. Guys, that's going to be awesome. Is there any guns that aren't legal to have where you live? Not really. Anything, I could get just about anything, but you have to, like, jump through some legal hoops depending on, like, if you want a machine gun, you'll have to do some legal paperwork and stuff, whether that's getting a license, like an FFL license kind of thing, like a class 3 maybe. It depends on the type of machine gun you're trying to get, as well as like destructive devices, things of that nature. So in theory, no, you can get just about anything, but you have to, jump through hoops and all that. So do I have a double barrel? I do. I've got a Lefevre 12 gauge right there. That's the only double barrel I've got. Okay. Yeah, I do have some 357s. Right here's a Colt Python. That's the newest thing. And what else we got? A couple other things. Which of these are you allowed to use for self-defense? I'm assuming only the Glock. So actually, I could use anything I wanted for self-defense. There's a caveat, though. Like, it's legal to use whatever, but just understand, like, whatever you use, like in court and stuff, there's been times where people use that kind of stuff against you. So, like, you got to be careful if you got, like, an AR or something and you've got some, like, dust cover that says something like, I don't know, maybe something inappropriate, profanity, that would make it seem like, hey, you like want to hurt people or something. That'll be used against you. I don't know. It's just like a slippery slope kind of thing. And depending on what, I don't know. It's short answer, you can use anything legally. But yeah. And also it's like, it depends on the state you're in. If you can conceal carry, if you can only open carry, stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff. It's kind of wild. It is a little bit wild. But I'd say most people carry Glocks. Smith & Wesson makes some good stuff. Springfield makes some good stuff. Taurus, Canik. There's lots of options out there. Mango, are you sure you're not Micah, man? You sound like Micah. A gold or pink gun might not help your case in court. Rick, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, if you use like the Desert Eagle or something, it could be maybe like used against you. Maybe, I don't know. Saying that you're like doing something overkill. As a Canadian, I just find it's crazy how people just carry guns everywhere in the U.S. It's wild. It is. I understand it's definitely weird to people from different countries that didn't grow up maybe in this gun culture and stuff. So that's why like. I don't get mad when people are, think I'm crazy or something. Anyway, so. Yes, Ryan, I definitely do. I definitely get the urge to do the revolver spin stuff. I'm not good at it, but obviously I don't do it if it's loaded or anything like that. I don't have a Glock 19 out. Normally it's right here. That's just my go-to, my carry and all that. Not that many people actually carry in the U.S., not that I've seen. I do believe that. I do. No worries, no worries, Tulutoon, seriously. There's other people who are not quite as nice, that's for sure. And that's okay. Favorite World War I era firearm? I like the Ross rifle. It's a cool one. This one's actually a Canadian rifle from World War I. Definitely a cool one. And we also have the Lee Enfield. That's a British one. Tulutoons, I appreciate that, brother. So typically I collect a lot of old stuff. I really like the historical aspect of all of it. So, do I like the M60? I wish I had an M60, but I think they're cool. I just never got to mess around with them. Right here, this one's the Federal Riot Gun. Somebody was asking about this. So these were used in the Northern Ireland Troubles. This specific one was used in the New York State Department of Corrections. I know Cody's the arms room. I just can't prove it. Yeah. Yes, I am. My name is Cody. I got the Lee Enfield Mark I No. 4. So I've got the Number one, Mark III, I can't think now. My brain's not working. You might have that memorized, but anyway. Sorry guys, my wrist is very tight. Am I in Vietnam? I am not. Yeah, Jerome and I are the same person. You finally figured it out. Those old rifles look great. Hope you can get your hands on it. Oh, I'd love to have a Winchester 1895. Those things are beautiful. No Remington 700s. A Red 9 would be awesome too. I love, yeah, a Mauser C96, the Red 9. Yeah. Mr. Plinkster. Okay. Yeah, you're good, man. Talk about that AK. So yeah, it's a Stava M70 right there. It's a cool one. You know, I'm gonna put you guys on the tripod because man, my wrist is feeling tight. One sec. I haven't really heard from Mike in the past couple days. Yeah, so that Browning Auto 5 is actually a Remington Model 11. It's a riot gun from World War II. All right, we're going to turn that around right there. And, okay. So if you guys are new, I'm Cody. I run the Arms Room. I appreciate you guys being here. And I do have a few Smith & Wessons, yeah. Micah is still in strawberry jail, probably. Buys an AK and 380. I don't have one. I've got the Steizen. It's a PSA Steizen. It's in 9mm. See that Colt? Yeah. I got a few Colts. Colt Python, Colt 1911. They're cool. I really like them. I'm gonna move you guys down a little bit. Right about there. So, if you guys got any questions, throw it in the chat. So, yeah, they all get used. Pretty much all of them. I'd say 90% of them get used. I take a lot of them to the range and all that, so. Didn't know you were a handsome devil. Rick, I appreciate that. I do. Is Desert Eagle not too big to hold? No, it's not too big. It's definitely big, but yeah. Might I ask what type of musket you have? I've got a few. I've got a Colt Civil War musket over there, and then I've got a Japanese Matchlock. That's the oldest one I've got. Desert Eagle is right there. Where do I work? So I do a few things. I do a remote job. I do some marketing, editing stuff. I do this. I want to do this full time. I'm trying to work up to that. And what else? I do the National Guard. I'm in college full time, trying to become a pilot and all that. So I do that too. But yeah, that's about it really. No Galeals. No Galeals. Jack of all trades. Kind of, yeah. I'm definitely just doing a whole bunch of like random stuff until hopefully this takes off. So we'll see. What's your favorite at the range? I've got a lot of favorites for sure. I really like the Springfield trapdoor rifle. That's a ton of fun. But yeah. How much was cheapest Mosin? I don't know. Actually, no. I traded some 9mm ammo, like maybe 200 rounds for a Mosin one time, but it's not in good shooting condition, so that's why. It's I'll show you. It is right there. So the story on this is that this was used in Vietnam, and some special forces, GI, saw this guy in the bush, shot him, and took that off of him. Whether that's true or not, I have no idea. Typically, when you're doing stuff like this, people will tell you some stories and, you know, try to make it more enticing. Maybe that one was real, but I just don't know. It definitely looks like it was in the jungle, and it's in terrible quality now, so I just don't know. I always kind of, you know, doubt. But, so I can't touch any of these, Rick. YouTube doesn't allow you to pick them up on stream. Obviously, I can on my videos. That's fine. But on a live stream, I can't touch it. That's what my live stream got taken down 2 days ago because they said I picked one up. So, or maybe it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday that they took me down. So, favorite war movie? That's a hard one. Trying to think. Obviously, Saving Private Ryan's a pretty good movie for World War II. I like the original All Quiet on the Western Front for World War I. We Were Soldiers is a great Vietnam War movie. I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. A lot of good ones. I really like Band of Brothers. That's a show, but I really like it. So, I'll donate you $5. Will you make a video bump firing the M1 Garand? I could definitely do that. You don't have to donate $5. I'll try to do that for sure. Tropic Thunder was definitely a funny one. Yeah. Empire of the Sun. I've never seen that one. I have to check it out. What's my favorite gun? There's a lot. There's a lot. Yeah, donate 10. I appreciate you guys. You don't have to donate, but Ben, okay, your grandpa was in Vietnam. Nice. Well, hopefully he got back safe. Bryan Cranston is in Saving Private Ryan. I'm trying to think. Is he like a higher up guy or something? Or I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been a minute. Do I have a Python vid? I've got a few shorts, not like an actual long form. I really like Band of Brothers. I think it's made very well. I think a lot of the stuff in it seems pretty accurate as far as military stuff goes. I mean, obviously, I was never in World War II, so I don't know, but yeah. I don't know if I've seen Act of Valor. I've seen American Sniper, but yeah. Let's see. I haven't watched the new Warfare movie. I don't know if you guys have seen it, if it's any good. Let me know, but I'll probably watch that at some point. What's the biggest round? 4570. Out of that, Bond Arms, Cyclops. Like and subscribe. Hey, Shaman, thanks. I appreciate that. I see we're at 65K, 861. I appreciate you guys. I have a Vietnam SKS that came straight from Vietnam. Cache that my grandpa discovered. That's interesting. Hank, that's super cool, man. Let's see. Can you name one of your favorite guns? There's a lot. I really like the SVT-40. It's right there. Rick, that thing's insane. Like, I don't get nervous to shoot much of anything, but I get nervous to shoot that right there, that Bond Arms Cyclops. It's crazy. No mortars. Any gun misconceptions in movies that make you want to pull your hair? I think it's always funny to see, like, where they're, like, shooting, like, a revolver or something, and, like, it's, like, it never runs out of ammo, stuff like that. Grenades being, like, a ball of fire, you know? Like, grenades don't actually, they're not like that. And just a lot of stuff. There's a ton of stuff. I can't think of it right now, but I guarantee you most of you guys know. When an automatic gun goes empty and you hear a bunch of clicks. Exactly. That's one too. Smallest round, probably 22. Probably 22. And so the thing I spent the most money on was that. I think I gave somebody $4K in cash for that. That thing's worth about 10 to 12K now. So it's went up for sure. So I almost got robbed once. I was at an ATM and I almost got robbed. The guy was like posturing up like something was about to happen, and but I ended up just leaving before he walked over and had a chance. So the worst thing was I just left the gun store and bought a Glock 22 and a Mossberg Shockwave, but I didn't have any ammo. So I was like, oh man, I could grab it, but like I don't have any ammo. And I could bluff, but thankfully it didn't come to that. I just got in the car and drove away, and it was fine. Well, are you still going? I am, Llama. I'm still here, man. Are you doing a live? Did you do a live already? I appreciate you being here. Good night, my friend. Good night. Good. Hey, have a good one, Tara. I appreciate you, seriously. Hope you have a great one. Yeah, exactly. Alexander, movies definitely get frag grenades wrong completely. Like, they throw it, and it's like a giant ball of fire. It's not really. I never had to shoot anybody. I don't want to. Okay, the Lady Llama and I will be on at 9:30. Nice, man. Infamous 95 round revolver. Absolutely. I miss the old Facebook gun group days. Oh, I'm sure, yeah. Incendiary frags. Yeah, definitely. Nice mustache, Blake. I appreciate you. I need to trim it, so. Asking somebody if they ever shot someone is terrible. Yeah, a little bit. But thankfully, I've never had to. I came close once or twice, but never had to. I hope I never have to. I don't want to do something like that. Oldest gun, I've got a Japanese Maxlock. It's a pretty old musket. That's the old one. Alexander, I haven't seen those. What kind are they? High point will shoot. Yeah, for sure. People hate on the high points, and they hate on 22s. But like a 22 could still be lethal. That's for sure. Obviously, if someone's wearing body armor, it's going to stop it, but it's not a BB gun. I definitely don't want to get hit by it. So I do have a Desert Eagle. It is right there. My grandpa was in Vietnam for 2 years. Grandpa in World War II. He did survive. Okay. Well, I'm glad they made it back, for sure. Nearly got attacked by a nut job in Chicago in broad daylight. Totally unprovoked. Oh, man. That's crazy. Rick, I'm glad you're okay. I've been Been to Chicago once, and yeah, that definitely makes sense. I went to some museum. There's like a homeless guy handing out some sort of like magazine or pamphlet or something. And I just was like, okay, thanks. And I started to walk away, and he got really mad, like I was supposed to give him money. So I was like, here, just take that back. I don't need it. And so I could definitely see that. All about shot placement. Alan, absolutely. Absolutely. Did I do any service in the military? So I deployed. I went to Afghanistan once. I spent 10 months there, and that was definitely an interesting experience for sure. You must have a high point, the best firearms of all time. No comparison. Glock is a rock. I do have a couple high points. I do have some Glocks. I got a lot of everything. So, yep, they're all real. Mr. Doge, they're all real guns. I've got more. I'll show you guys over here. Sorry. Lots of old stuff, some new stuff. Really, we're just talking about whatever under the sun. Military stuff, gun stuff, non-gun stuff, whatever you guys want to talk about. I don't care. Gold-plated pistol. It is a Desert Eagle. It sure is. 50 Action Express. Favorite gun, SVT 40, right there. Okay. High points are, well, yeah, high points are okay. I like my high point. Hey there, favorite brands for rifles and pistols, hunting and tactical. I don't really have a favorite brand. I just like a lot of stuff, I guess. I like HK, but like, I don't know. HK is nice and all, but I think a lot of their stuff's very expensive, and they're just kind of like, I don't know. I wish they would do more, like make more stuff. But I like a lot of other stuff too. Colt, like I've got this old Colt SP1. That thing's super cool. I like a lot of old stuff though. Which one behind me is my favorite? Probably the SVT 40 right there. Nice, Dylan. That's cool. So I was in Kandahar. For most of that time. And then I went over to Zabul province. There's a place called Kalat in Zabul. That's where I went. I spent about a month out there. The rest of the time was in Kandahar, though. And, yeah. How about Daniel Defense? I do have a Daniel Defense M4 V7 Pro right there. I like it. It's a good one. Okay, one sec. And Frank Castle was in Kandahar, some shady stuff. Who's Frank Castle? It sounds familiar. Father was also deployed. That's very cool. Respect. Hey, thanks. Did I talk to any Afghans? I did. Yeah, Rick, I did. So in the Army, I learned a new language, so I could speak with some of them. Back in 2018, knew a guy who was shooting at Walther PPK. Interesting, man. Weird. And, well, I'm glad he's okay. That's crazy. Frank Castle is the Punisher. Okay, that's why it makes sense. Yeah, gotcha. Looks like an HK G3. So it's a HK SR9T. It's kind of like a G3. It's got PSQ1 parts and all that. Frank Castle is a guy in their movies. Okay, yeah. The Punisher makes sense. I just haven't seen. I might have seen some of it, but not a lot of it. You guys want to see the Desert Eagle up close? For sure. We can do that. I've heard good things about the Punisher. Worst feeling, gun to shoot that you have shot before. I got the perfect one. Bond Arm Cyclops. That thing is crazy. 4570. It's crazy. Someone wanted to see the Desert Eagle. So there it is right there. 50 Action Express in all its glory. As a Brit, I go for the 45. I do have a Lee Enfield that I think you might like. 303, World War I. Number 1 Mark III. I really like it. Beautiful rifle. Ooh, if you guys got any questions, throw it in the chat. Anytime we get super chats, we do an M1 Garand ping. That's kind of the unique thing we do on this stream. I gifted a Browning Sweet 16 shotgun. I don't know off the top of my head, but I would say probably, I don't know, 500 maybe? I don't know though. Don't quote me on that. I could look it up real quick. Hang on. It's just going to depend, I think, but let's see. I'm sure someone else probably knows. What does a Sweet 16 go for? Browning Sweet 16. I'm going to look up on Gunbroker real quick. I have, Antoine, I've definitely used some semi-autos. I've used some full autos too, for sure. All right, one sec. Browning. Okay, well, I was definitely off. I think it depends. I'm seeing some for way more than that. I think they're worth a decent amount. It depends on what kind. I'm seeing like 1,300 up to 2,000. It just depends. I'm not really sure. What rifle did I carry in Afghanistan? I had an M4 and I carried a Beretta M9 as the handgun. Have I eaten any other MREs from different nations? I have not. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. Okay, private, thanks. Sweet 16s, depending on the year, 600 to 1,500. That makes sense. That's about what I'm seeing on Gunbroker. Okay, your old stuff is cool. I like that musket. Hey, thanks. So this one's a Colt 1862 rifled musket. Old Civil War musket. Okay. Let's see. I'll hop back up and let you guys see some stuff. What do we got? This right here is a Smith & Wesson Model 2 Army chambered in .32 rimfire. Hey, thanks for sending that, Sinister. I appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and do a ping for that. So anytime we get like super chats or gifts like that, we do an M1 Garand ping. So for this one, that's what we're going to do. Sinister, I appreciate you, brother. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Seriously. I do appreciate it. Hey, Sinister, you're good, man. You're all good, dude. I appreciate it. Seriously. All right. The bayonet on that rifle is huge. Yeah, it is, for sure. It sure is. Let's get some W's in the chat for Sinister. I don't know if we did, but the good old I'm over here, yeah. Like a bell, pretty much. You should make a video trying different MREs. That's not a bad idea. We could do that. What models like G3? Love the PSG. So this is an SRT, actually. Or SR90, sorry. Definitely a cool one. I like it. What in Elmer FUD did I just walk into? I promise I'm not a FUD. I got new stuff, too. Beretta ARX. Daniel Defense M4 V7 Pro. Got some other stuff, guys. AKs. No bows. I need some bows, though. Okay. Leslie. I'm not sure. Are you talking about this? This right here is a Colt 1862 musket. But yeah. Hey, bro, I just got an Aero M4 lower. I need to build something. What do you think? Dude, I feel like you should put an FRT in it or something. I think that'd be kind of cool. Or you could go like retro. I don't know. Man. Yeah, 45 Colt. Anytime we get super chats, I do M1 Garand ping. So next time we get one, I'll do another one. Oh, if I were to convert any of my rifles, submachine guns, which would it be? Great question. Probably that PSA Stuyzen. I think that'd be a ton of fun to have as a full auto. That or maybe the Steyr SPP. Or it could be like Black Rambo and have a full auto Desert Eagle. That'd be cool. I don't know if you guys ever seen Black Rambo's channel, but dude, he's got some awesome stuff. Definitely check him out if you haven't. Is there an FRT for an SKS? That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Been waiting, Daniel Defense with a Franklin Army binary. Keegan, I think that wouldn't be a bad idea either. For sure. Hank, I believe it, man. I've met a few people like that. It's sad for sure. It is. No MP5s, not yet. But we'll get there. Thanks, guys. We're almost at 65K 900. We might even hit 66K tonight, guys. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Alexander for sure. Those things are kind of cool. I think it's like a pulse fire or something. I could be wrong. And maybe that's just one company that makes it. What is the one on the floor furthest from you? You know, I'll go through these real quick. P14 Enfield, Gewehr 88, Mosin. It's just like a 9130. Zastava M70. This one right here is a Hi-Point 995 carbine, PSA Stuyzen, Keltec Sub 9. This right here is a B&T GHM9, Attack 79, Federal Riot Gun, Daniel Defense M4 V7 Pro, Japanese Maxlock, Arasaka. Arasaka, it's not an Arasaka, it's a Japanese Maxlock from 1700s. It's like an old samurai musket. This is an Imperial Mosin made in 1898, 1897. I gotta look and remember. Beretta ARX right here. It's a ARX 100. Trenton, did I answer it? Was it this one? Hopefully that was it. The Japanese Maxlock. It's called like a Tanegashima. Got a few KSA crickets for the kids. And what is the gold handgun? So that one's a Desert Eagle, chambered in 50 Action Express. It's a cool one. I like it. I kind of feel like Pablo Escobar anytime I take that to the range. But SVDs, so mine's actually a Romanian PSL. I wish I had an SVD though. Dust cover, those things are super cool. Love it. Hey, thanks for being here, Raquel. I appreciate you. All right, hang on, my TV turned off. Let me get the live count back up. All right, one sec. Other side of the room kind of looks like a Breech single barrel shotgun. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Right there, if that's the one you're talking about, it's just a 12 gauge. I want to say it's a Stevens Savage, one of those. It's just a very cheap one. That was one of the first things I got when I turned 18. But, which is my favorite. I really like the SVT-40. But, oh, it's laying down. Dang, man, I'm sorry. This one right here, Stevens, this is a Stevens falling block. Dang, dude, I know. My brain's not working. We've got a couple of lever actions right here. Marlin Model 60, a double barrel from Lefevre. It's a World War II Walther KK Sport Gewehr Sport or something. Another Mosin, a few other things. Let's see. Okay, guys, I'm going to move you guys back over here and turn the camera back around. I'd love to get an old Tommy gun. Eventually I will, once I get some like transferable machine guns and stuff. It's probably going to be a minute, but eventually. So if you guys are new, I'm Cody. I run the arms room. I'm sure most of you guys have seen me, but anyway. Any lockers? No P90s. I'd love to have a P90, but not yet. AK-50, I have seen it from Brandon Herrera. Definitely curious to see how that goes. Fish, how you doing? That gun in the top right, HK SR9T. It's got PSQ1 parts and all that. It's a cool one. So, knives. I don't have any really knives out. Most of them are bayonets. So, that's a nice Desert Eagle. Thanks. Right there. I need to trim the stash, honestly, Trenton. I definitely need to. Please, that's cool. Yeah, I'll try to get whatever knives I've got out. I don't have a lot, I promise. I got way more guns than I do knives, so. Favorite gun in the collection, I've got this SVT-40 right there. It's one of my favorites. Did you know that 1930s, a guy named, made a Colt 38 Super? No, I didn't. That's cool. Yep, we got two Lugers. There's one Luger there, and then there's another one right there. Yeah, bro, stash is beast. Thanks, I appreciate that. Let's see. Do I prefer... David, I've thrown a couple in the Army, just in basic, though. So if you do basic training, you have to throw 2 grenades. And yeah, it was cool, but you don't get to like see it blow up or anything, so it kind of sucks. I mean, it doesn't suck. I know why you can't see it, but anyway. I've seen the Wook stuff. DeBoss Firearms has a lot of Wook stuff. If you guys haven't checked out DeBoss Firearms, check them out. They got an awesome channel. They're great guys. I talk to them pretty often, so. Looks like you're prepared for the apocalypse, maybe a little bit. MP40s. I really want an MP40. I think that's a beautiful submachine gun, eventually. What got me started in collecting, I just really like history. I like the historical aspect of all of it, so that's what got me into it, really. Would I get a riot shield? I would. That'd be kind of cool. So, you got to shoot an MP40. Weldon, how was it? That's super cool. Do you have a stock? I do have it's a reproduction stock. It's not an original, but I do have it, so Any straight wall lever actions? No, just I've got a 45 Colt and a 22. 1918 Gewehr 98 using the World War One. Nice. Alec, that's super cool, man. I love that kind of stuff. Nixon or N? I think it's Nixon. Thanks for being here. What year did I get my first one? I was probably 12 or 13. My dad gave me a Mosin as a birthday present. And then it was either that or a shotgun. I got a 12 gauge, not 12 gauge, a 20 gauge Charles Daly pump action. One of those. I was about 13, 14. Can I do a video bump firing the SVT 40 and M1 Garand? I could probably try, yeah, for sure. It was awesome. It's Randy Weaver's. He has a lot of World War II stuff. Dude, that's awesome, man. The Steyr Hahn. I've shot the Steyr Hahn. One of my good friends from the Army let me. And, of course, as soon as I picked it up, I pushed that button and ejected all the rounds. But that thing's a ton of fun. Love the mustache. Soul Farmer, I appreciate you, man. I do. Okay. Nice to meet you. Hey, thanks for being here. Seriously. Where's the Nerf guns? I forgot. I literally forgot, man. I'm sorry. The trick shotgun does not slam fire, sadly. I wish it did, but it doesn't. Interesting getting M1 Garand AK. Where would I go to look? I'd say check your local stuff. You can sometimes find decent deals. Because, I mean, you've got Gunbroker online, but, like, you're not going to really find any good deals on there. So, Sarah, what the heck? Any hunting rifles? Some of them. Keep streaming. Alec, yep, I stream pretty much every day. So, been on for about 2 hours right now. I did about an hour and a half earlier today, too. So, let's see. I've got some, like, night vision stuff for... It's an old Starlight scope. It's a Vietnam night vision scope that goes on that. It's super crazy, huge looking. I'll have to get it. I do have the Gewehr 43 right, where is it? Right there? Yeah, right there. The oldest one, I've got this, it's on the floor. It's a Japanese matchlock. It's a very old musket. So I do have a Colt Python. It is right there. Right there. Cody, I still want to send you oh, Bo, I keep forgetting to get a P.O. box, man. I will try to do that this week, starting tomorrow. So if you guys think that'd be kind of cool to do like a mail call kind of thing, we could do that. I could do like a video where I open things up or do a stream, I guess. But we'll see. Mr. Bachman, I appreciate you. I'm gonna drink some water, guys. Hang on. One sec. Yep, I got an M1 Garand right over there. So anytime we do anytime we get super chats, I do a ping as like a thank you. That's kind of like the unique thing that we do. What time is it? So it's 8:46 p.m., almost 9 o'clock. Noah, what do you mean? Oh, no, I don't do that. I'm from Venezuela. Randolph, hey, Randall, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Do you have any lighters that run on? I don't know. No. No AR-180s. So, Luger P08. I've got a Luger right there, and then I've got a Luger right there. So, let's see. Trying to think. Anyway, hang on. I was trying to look for the chat and I missed it. Oh well, I can't find it now. Mustache, thank you. Mason, I appreciate you. Least favorite firearm. There's a lot. I like pretty much everything. So, do you have any green launchers? Green launchers? I don't think I have. I've got some few like some tear gas launchers, flare launchers, stuff like that. But any straight pull bolt actions? I've got a Ross Rifle Mark II, which is right there, I think. But yeah. What's the gold gun called? It is a Desert Eagle 50 Action Express. Do I believe in Jesus? I do. I'm a Christian. I love Jesus for sure. Consummate. Okay, interesting, man. Definitely airsoft. Jorge, you're right. They're all airsoft. Not really. They're real, but I've got lots of videos on the channel. So, Hey, Asane, how you doing, bud? Thanks for being here. They're all real, guys. All real. Do I have any, or what's my favorite 22 rifle pistol? So I've got a couple of KSA crickets right here that I teach my kids with. Those little purple, pink, and blue ones. They're cool. Let's see. What was my first one? I had a Mosin rifle and then a pump action shotgun. One of those was my first at 13 or 14 years old. Ooh, let's see. Coolest scope I use. So I just got this one from ATI. Let me just take you guys off this real quick. Show you guys some of this up close. So also we have some more stuff over here, guys. This ATI sent me this LPVO for the Daniel defense. It's super cool. I like it a lot. Also, that optic up there on the HK is pretty cool too. Let's see. I've never been to Maryland, Terry. Nice airsoft collection. Hey, Terrell, thanks, brother. People always make that joke. I think it's funny. I appreciate you guys. So you can have you can show this stuff on stream. You just can't touch it. Like I can't pick that up or anything. If I do, YouTube will shut down the stream. So thanks, guys. We're almost at 65K 900. I appreciate all you guys. If you guys like what you see, double tap that screen. We're almost at 400 likes. The Bison. I've got a PSA Stizen right here. Okay. I've got an old Mosin Nagant. Nice, Daryl. Dude, I love Mosins, honestly. That was one of the first rifles I ever got. My dad gave me one when I was about, I don't know, 13, 14. So something similar to that one right there. The thing that's worth the most is that trench shotgun. Those things are very rare, or this specific one's very rare at least. I mean, most trench shotguns are rare, but yeah. Okay, can I show the ammo stash? I'm kind of running low on ammo, to be honest. I've been going to the range a lot, so. Daryl, nice, man. Yeah, same. When I got mine, or when my dad got me mine, it was about the same. Chino, how much? For what exactly? Do you have any World War I stuff? I do. This is a P14 Enfield. It's a British rifle in 303. Ross Rifle Mark II, that's another World War I gun in 303. What else we got? There's a 1911. This one was made in 1917, so it's a Colt U.S. Army. That's another World War I gun, I guess. It's a handgun, but obviously, I guess. Lee Enfield #1 Mark III. That's a World War I. Spanish Mauser, model 1916. I don't think these were used in World War I. Spanish Civil War is what that would have probably been used in. Let's see. Saiga 12 is an SDS Lynx. It's a cool one. Is my Springfield musket a reproduction? So I've got a trapdoor rifle. That one's real. And this musket is real as well. It's a Colt 1862 rifled musket. Ooh, I do need a cannon. Absolutely, Bo. I completely agree. Guys, we are 5 away from 65K 900. I appreciate you guys. Mr. Plinkster, I think I'd have to agree. I think World War I was definitely crazier. And in the fact that, you know, like new modern weapons, obviously some of that had been around for a little bit, but like, you know, charging machine guns and stuff like that, like going over the walls and stuff like that and charging through no man's land, that's crazy. I can't imagine. Do you have a DP-28? I don't, but I've definitely seen some. I think they're pretty cool. Hey, the Broomy Biker, thanks, brother. I remember you being in one of the past streams. Yeah, it's terrible what happened to that Mormon church, seriously. I feel really bad. Definitely curious to know more about why and all that, so I'm sure we'll get some more details in the coming days, but absolutely, I definitely, thoughts and prayers are going out to them, like, actually. And someone was asking about anything French. I've got this French Berthier rifle right here. That's a World War I French. I think it's all I've got that's French. Mr. Plinkster, yeah, it's terrible if it happened for sure. What trench? Oh yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of crazy stuff. Yep, there's a Berthier right there. Yep. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I don't really know how you pronounce it. I think it's Berthier. But any Vietnam stuff, I do. So we've got this Trink shotgun right here made in 1968. So this is a Vietnam era Winchester model 1200. But yeah, other wall looks like a second Berthier. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I got a few German things, guys. Yeah, M1 Garand is right there. We do pings with that every time we get super chats and things like that. Absolutely beautiful collection. AZ, I appreciate that. Yes, Broomy, we do have the M1 Garand, or M1 Garand. M1 Garand's right there. M1 Carbine is right there. James, okay, cool. All right. Over here, we've got Lee Enfield #1 Mark III, Remington Model 11. This is a Spanish Mauser, 1916, Remington Rolling Block, Yugo SKS, Romanian PSL. Whew. I got some KSA crickets right here, guys. We are 2 away. I appreciate you guys. Couldn't do this without any of you guys. A couple of Yugo Chinese SKSs. And yeah. Let's see. If you guys like what you see, double tap that screen. We're almost at 400 likes. I appreciate that. 65K, 900. Chino, yeah, I've got a few guns worth about that much. Let's see. Art, yeah, probably did. 410, yeah. So this Taurus Judge is a 45 Colt 410 shell kind of thing. No, hey, you're good. You're good. Little doggy, I appreciate you being here. Jero? It's not against terms of service. It is if you pick them up or touch them. You can totally show them. It's totally fine. Because I've got tons of streams. But you only get in trouble if you pick it up. All right, any AKs? I've got a Zastava M70. I don't have a Car 98, not yet. Old Winchesters right there. Trink shotgun. Double barrels, I do. Right here is a Lefevre double barrel. And okay, why people have channels dedicated to shooting and handling guns? Yes, John. So you can touch them and shoot them on like a video or a short. You can't do it on a live stream. So I've got lots and lots of videos on my channel shooting all this stuff. Hey, NCR, I haven't checked it out. I'll have to check it out, dude. I love seeing those cursed guns in the Discord. He's talking about not yet. What do I do for a living? What I do for a living, I do some marketing stuff with a remote job. I go to college full time. I'm in the National Guard, and I do this. So, me personally, I think we, well, maybe, Bo, maybe. What's my favorite? My favorite is probably SVT 40. Any cleaning kits for my weapons? Yeah, I've got some cleaning kits for sure. Let's see. Hey, John, I appreciate that, brother. Thanks, guy. Thank you all for 65K, 900. Seriously. Jay-Z, yeah, you're not wrong, bud. You're not wrong, man. What is my favorite handgun? I really like the Desert Eagle. That thing's a ton of fun. 50 Action Express. It's cool. The thing that's worth the most is that Trink shotgun, guys. What's the Derringer chambered in? So this one's 4570. It's a little crazy. What's that little thing sitting on top of the magazine? So this is a Bond Arms Cowboy Defender. So it's a 45 Colt 410. So, hey, John. Hey, thanks, brother. I appreciate you. What's your favorite movie? I like The Sting, that old movie with like Robert Redford. I'm trying to think. There's a lot of good ones, guys. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know. Still think the HK is the coolest. Dylan, I really like the HK. It's a ton of fun. Ton of fun. Right there. HK SR9T. I need an Uzi, I do. The most unique one I've got is this Japanese musket, like an old samurai musket for sure. All right. Okay, your godson's in the Marines currently. Nice, nice. The Marines are a different breed, that's for sure. I got a lot of respect for them. Where did I go to basic? I went to Fort Sill, Oklahoma, back in 2015. It's a beauty too. Love the. Hey, thanks, Chino. All right. Daily carry 9 mil all day, but still like shooting 45. Yeah, for sure. Have I cleaned my guns yet? I've cleaned some of them. I haven't cleaned all of them. Don't get mad at me. How difficult is it to find an HK91? It's not difficult necessarily. Well, it is a little bit, but you just got to be prepared to pay the price. Carolina, okay, nice, nice. I'm from North Carolina, and from like Charlotte area, but I need to get back to North Carolina. If I made that Derringer on top, nice. Yeah, James, maybe a little bit. It's definitely a weird one. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. No, Dad, no. I'm from South Carolina. Nice, dude. I've been to South Carolina a lot. Yeah, pretty much private stuff. You're mad, for sure. Like finding private sales and all that. Hey, Bobby, absolutely. I think Glocks suck. What do you think? I personally carry a Glock. There's a lot of good options out there besides Glock, though. How much does that Cyclops hurt to shoot? 45-70, holy crap. Absolutely. Yeah, wear gloves if you do shoot this thing, because I didn't know that. And I definitely, it took a whole chunk of my skin off right there. It's a scar now, but I didn't know that. It packs a punch, that's for sure. I should have realized that, but anyway. Let's see, so nice down there. Jersey down. Oh, okay, yeah. Nice, John, awesome. Never seen that many guns. I've got a few, that's for sure. Hey, thanks, guys. We're almost at 400 likes. Double tap that screen if you like what you see. I appreciate you all for being here. NCR, you're good, brother. No worries at all. No worries. You have to hold the Desert Eagle with both hands. So actually, I shoot it one-handed, Tony. Shooting the Desert Eagle one-handed is not that bad. That I'm a little scared to shoot one-handed. 45-70. On a scale of 1 to 10, what was the pain level? I actually didn't feel anything, really. I think that's kind of the problem. My hand kind of went a little numb from like the wrist and all that. It just feels a little crazy. But it wasn't that bad. Yeah, John, maybe a little bit. What was the first gun in my collection? Probably I want to say it was one of these Mosins. Do I shoot with the mini hand? I probably could. Maybe I should. What gun can you not get anymore? So they don't make any of these right here anymore. Or any of these. Pretty much most of the stuff I've got they don't make anymore. That doesn't mean you can't find it. It's just they become more rare. So, yeah. I went searched up. Okay, interesting, James. I used to have a slingshot as a kid. Yeah. Antonio, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Keltec. I do have a Keltec right here, sub 9. John, have a great night. I appreciate you being in here. Seriously. Opinions on the SIG M17 M18? Yeah, for sure. It's a good question. So I've got the SIG M17 right there. It's an Army issued one. I'm not going to carry it, use it for self-defense or anything, but I personally wouldn't carry a 320 or anything right now. I feel like it's just kind of, I don't know. I just don't think it's safe. Are there any misconceptions people have about any of the rifles you own which you realized? I'm trying to think. There's probably some stuff. I'm trying to think about it though. I don't know. Don't know off the top of my head. There's a like I think it's a myth. I don't think it's actually true. World War II M1 Garand. People would say that like when the M-block clip comes out and it makes the ping sound, it would give soldiers positions away. And sure, maybe there was like 1 or 2 incidents like that. Maybe I don't know, but like I just think like in the middle of a firefight, I don't think you're going to be really hearing the ping. Guns are loud, obviously, things like that. So, What would be a good self-defense handgun? I've got a Glock 19 that I personally carry. I think there's great options though that aren't Glocks. So show us your tanks. They're in the backyard. I'd have to. I'll show you guys later. Just kidding. I wish I had some tanks. Let's see. Current EDC is a Glock 19. Glock 19X is my daily. Nice. I think they're good, honestly. I want to add a FAL to the collection. Where's my best Glock? Glock 19 for me personally, but anyway. If it's quiet, Matt, absolutely. If it's quiet, yeah, people would be able to hear the ping probably. Yeah, Matt, I agree. I feel like there's probably some very like isolated cases where maybe that happened, but yeah. Okay, so the suppressor is an Omega 9K. It's on this B&T GHM9. Just picked up a TX22. You get nice, dude. The TX22 with the FRT, that thing looks crazy. I know some other gun YouTubers who have been doing that. Man, they have a ton of fun with it. If my house was on fire and I could only save one from your collection, what would I grab? It's a hard question. I'd get my kids first and my wife and all that. Assuming I did that and I could come back in for one gun, I'm getting that high point. No, I'm just kidding. I'll get that Trank shotgun right there. It's worth the most, but that sucks. It sucks. Is the AK full auto? No, it's just a semi-auto. Zastava M70. Do I like FN? I do. I need some FN guns. I don't have any. Yep, this one's a Zastava M70 right there. That's the only Zastava I've got. Okay. Let's see. Guys, I will probably start winding down. It is 9 o'clock. We'll see. Hang on. Let me move you guys over here. Turn that around. I want to get an FAL, Broomy. I do. I'm sorry, I'm new to this page. I'm not sure everything you have. Do you not like building ARs? I do have some ARs. I do. I just primarily collect old stuff. So I do have some stuff that's new, but who will inherit your guns when I pass away? So I will see. I've got kids that I would probably, pass it down to them. But it also depends. Like, I don't want it to be a burden to them. So if they don't like guns and stuff like that, I would want to leave like a lot of information on like what they are, what they're worth, stuff like that. And but if they show an interest and they like this kind of stuff, I'll pass it down to them for sure. So Dylan, okay, they're going to Dylan. Have you seen the old surplus Bakelite magazines? Yeah, for sure. I need some. I think they're pretty cool. So show the gold plated Desert Eagle. Yeah, it's right up there. But let's see, guys. I'm probably gonna hop off and go spend some time with the wife. I'll be back on tomorrow about the same time. I hope you guys all have a great night and stay safe out there. You can't go wrong doing what's right. That's the saying we have around these parts. I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for liking, subscribing, donating, just being here. I appreciate you. Grand Willie, I really appreciate you, man. But yeah, have a great one. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Bye. Love you. Bye. Oh, hang on. Awkward. I couldn't figure out how to end it. Okay, here.